Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cookiecast. Today on Cookiecast, we're having a little bit of a chat. I personally love a good talkie, as I like to call them. Chance for everyone to get together, no real sort of agenda or outline for the podcast, and just talk. Talk about what's going on at the moment. Talk about what's on your mind. Just chat. It's I feel it's a good way to get stuff out there. It's good to have a laugh as well. There's a few of us here. There's some people on camera, some people not on camera. Some people prefer to just be a voice, and that's fine. Here at Cookiecast, we like to accommodate all of our guests. So this is myself, Sam, Ed, Paul, Kayleigh, all getting together, sitting around and having a chat. So see what you think to this. This is Cookiecast, Talkiecast, let's say.
Person.
Done those?
Well, that's on.
There you go, there's Simon's 60th birthday in shooting cards. Yeah, lots of shooting. Guns and dogs.
You do a bit of shooting, don't you, Sam?
I don't know what you could possibly be referring to.
I'm talking about your jizz over
Oh, right, yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks for elucidating.
And this is the point, if we hear you laughing on this, then you're going to have to chime in with the odd opinion. And we are going to have to vote you as
the odd opinion,
the voice of the court.
or piss take of somebody involving jizz and their back.
Or, if every now and then you just shout, burn it, you could be James Keep. If that was James Keep's answer in Zombiecast was always burn it.
Oh.
Let's just
Apart from today's Zombiecast.
Oh.
Zombiecast went up today.
Is that the one that
How long ago was that?
I dug it out of the vault.
That's not the one from work, is it?
No, excavated that one.
I don't think it might be Spidergate.
Is it? I've been
I'm not 100% sure.
That's my finest moment, Spidergate.
But it might be Spidergate.
I believe there's of the five.
My manliest moments is being the only one who will actually go.
And we're keeping that for when he goes full down cutter.
Okay. Of the 6 people that were in that vicinity, I believe me, you, possibly James, were the only ones who didn't move.
Well, no, because I went to catch the fucker.
If James was there, then it's...
I know, as in, like, when I say move, I mean, of course,
How big
this
was
guy
this
making a new
spider?
door for
Oh, it was huge.
Was it massive?
It
Like
was the
that.
size of a fist.
It wasn't. It wasn't at all. The body of it was maybe that.
It was
Yeah, but the
not
legs were
small.
8 foot. Oh no, sorry, it had 8 feet. Sorry,
I see.
So I did a really bad thing, something you're not supposed to do, but I started recording about
17 hours
2
ago.
minutes ago.
Yeah,
No, that's fine,
you're
because we do
supposed to-
keep saying we
supposed
need
to
these
tell people
outtakes.
and things like that. Oh shit, the one I did last night, there's like 3 minutes of outtakes. I'm just going to cut the video at a certain point.
I'm still to the hearted that mic should be plugged in and recording from the word go
At all times.
constantly in your house, just so that when these things happen, you have lots of outtakes.
Basically, the entire house is just mic'd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At all times.
Outtakes or blackmail material, one or the other.
So it
That's
goes
fake.
both ways.
That's a fake microphone. That doesn't work.
Fake news.
These cameras, all fake. Everything's fake. That picture, on the other hand, hidden camera.
Blatantly.
To his
It's in the
eyeball.
accent. See?
Oh, I can see where it is on that one. It's in the
It's in
camera
his-
in her hands.
in his eye.
That's
Right,
craftily
so-
hidden.
Is it in
Yeah.
his eye or is it in his brown eye?
Simon, any comment?
The problem is that
His brown eye- his brown
arse
eye's
isn't-
not visible.
His arse isn't visible.
Top asses.
I do
The
have
top
one
arse?
question. Is
And
that real?
if you're
That one?
referencing
That
Deadpool's
one is
buttocks for
real.
that
Oh,
purpose,
Sherry
surely you
Moon.
should have said up Main
Sherry
Street.
Moon.
Yeah.
Signed by Sherry Moon.
That is the line in the film.
Yeah, no,
Right up Main Street.
I have seen the film and I have seen bits of the second film. Because
Did you
obviously I went
sleep
to the
through them
cinema
all?
and slept through bits of it. So.
Yeah, there you go. It's what you do best.
Unfortunately, you can't say that we've gone off topic. Because this is today's topic.
Because there's no topic.
There is no topic.
Sam was super happy about no topic.
I'll tell you
He's like,
something.
Oh,
Should we start with that?
Control your players. There is no control.
Thoughts on the chocolate bar, the topic. Go.
What's got hazelnut in every bite? Squirrel shit.
Can they still make topics?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're still deliciously fantastic.
and they're still that big.
Is it just me, or are they? Did they get taken out of celebrations?
I don't think I've ever seen a topic bar like in like a million years.
Yes, they are. They're no longer in celebrations, and Maltesers are.
Talking about Spidergate, Celebration Gate. Have you heard this about the Celebration Advent Calendar that everyone's like losing their shit over it?
Let me guess.
No.
It's not got celebrations in it. It's
Day one.
Small bits of chocolate.
Day one. Everyone opened day one, celebration door.
They're gonna absolutely smash people in it. They're either gonna give them the best one, Galaxy Truffle, or the worst one, Mars Bar. No, Bounty.
I'm going to raise a topic on that in a minute.
Day one, Advent Calendar, Bounty.
There is nothing wrong with the
People
bounty.
were going
I mean,
ballistic.
let's not say
But
so.
I
It's
love
not
the
nice,
little
but it's still
bounties.
as nice.
Because I like
You
actual
leave
bounties.
my house now and
No.
you'll never come back.
I like normal bounties, but the little ones are actually better. They
Because
really
there's less
are.
of them,
Because
yeah.
there's less of it. and
Yeah, yeah.
It's
you
it's
don't
more
have to
they
put them in
concentrate the
horror.
moisture of an actual coconut in there, so they're not dry and shit.
They are dog shit though, aren't
Moisture, coconut, same sentence.
This is the point. It's very difficult, but
Hang on a
compressing
second.
it.
This guy can't talk. This is the guy who said that if he was in the desert,
What was in day two?
having trawled for water for 3 solid days, and comes across an ice cream shack that only has vanilla ice cream as the flavour, he will
Burn it down.
walk on.
they? What's wrong with vanilla ice cream?
It depends whose. Your Vale's vanilla ice cream is beautiful. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's just...
That's the one you get.
that's
Derek
a-
Kayleigh's Panto
that's-
does your Vale ice creams at the halfway, and their strawberry's pretty nice, but their vanilla's fucking beautiful, man. And it has this tiny little spoon in the lid.
Why did you make us do this podcast?
Why?
Sam was like, all day was like, I'm so excited for tonight's podcast.
I'd love to do a
subject.
podcast with no topic
Anyway,
whatsoever.
I'd
We
like
just
to ask,
talk
what was in
shit.
day 2 of a celebration calendar?
So apparently it got even worse. Now,
How? How did it get worse than a bounty?
I was going to say, how?
I can't remember if day 2's Snicker. I mean, everyone's like,
That's
I love
alright.
No, but...
I love everything
and
in
then
day
day 3, apparently people are like, the world can just fuck off because day 3 was a Mars bar. And then somebody's listed what the best celebrations are. So there were only 7 celebrations.
And the Mars bar's a pretty good one.
So you're going to get bounty at least twice.
It might not be literally 1 to 7 in that order,
Oh.
and then it'd be 3 times.
Well, I'm just assuming they randomly
be
chucked in
fair-
a bounty into all of them, and
But-
some poor
so,
schmucker's actually gone,
let's-
day 1, bounty. Day 2, fucking bounty. Day 3, fucking
So
bounty.
let's name them then.
Personally, I'd be quite happy.
So we've got the Mars bar,
Mars bar,
the
Snickers,
Snickers,
bounty,
Twix.
Malteser, Twix. Is it
Twix,
Twix these days?
yeah.
Yeah,
Twix is
Twix
one.
these days, because there's no topic anymore.
because they took the Galaxy. There used to be Galaxy and Galaxy Caramel.
So now
These
it's just
Wasn't
Galaxy
there a truffle
Caramel.
one as
Yeah.
well?
there used to be a
There used
Galaxy
to be
Truffle
Galaxy
one, and then they got
Truffle.
rid of that one. The fucking wankers.
Yeah, they used to have the plain Galaxy, the Galaxy Caramel, the Galaxy Truffle.
So what
That's
the fuck
just
have
too
they
much
got?
Galaxy.
So if there's only 7, then what have they got rid of? And they must have got rid of topics.
No topic. Topic's gone. It's off topic.
I bet they
Yeah,
haven't
so
topped it up with
bounty,
Maltesers,
Snickers,
though, have they?
Mars. Are we sure the plain Galaxy isn't still there?
Gone.
Right, so it's Galaxy Caramel,
That is still there.
Malteser.
Yes, but it's the Malteser truffly ball.
It's
thing.
like
Yeah,
a weird,
it's more like
it's a weird,
the egg, the rabbit thing they do.
yeah,
yeah,
Maltester.
yeah, more like that. So Mars, Snickers, bounty, Caramel, Malteser,
Twix.
Twix is now a thing. So I'm missing one.
Topic.
I don't think I've seen a
Mars,
topic in there
Mars.
years.
Snickers.
Are we sure they haven't just dropped it down to 6?
Mars, Snicker, Bounty.
Yeah.
They've had those 2 so far. The
Caramel.
Malteser, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah.
The Twix.
Yep.
The Galaxy Caramel.
Yep.
And the Milky Way.
Ooh,
I forgot about that.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here all week.
Well done.
Yeah,
Now I'm going to raise a much more
literally are
serious
here all
question.
week. It is your
Considering the greatest that ever existed was the truffle,
which would
did you
kill
ever
you
find
the
a Galaxy
most?
Truffle bar
Out of all of them,
anywhere?
Can't say I did.
probably the
I didn't know it was a thing
Galaxy
until Celebrations
Caramel,
happened.
maybe.
that's pure shit.
And I never found a bar of it. I
Yeah,
was
but
actually a bit wrong.
But if you think about it, that
I'm
little-
tempting you with something delicious that
But-
doesn't exist.
But in a way, that little Malteser thing,
The
that
truffle,
didn't get turned into a bar for about 18 years.
the little Malteser
Celebrations
thing
got rid of
was their Malteser rabbit thing.
Yeah, but that's
and that
only
was
been in the last
that was
5
there
years.
before the
Can we
Malteser
please
snacked it.
keep it topical.
Sorry,
It's a
roses or
reindeer at
Quality
Christmas,
Street.
Jesus.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, that,
reindeer
so that brings
Christmas.
us to the next topic of roses or Quality Street.
Roses.
I'd go with the Quality Street.
Yeah,
but-
massively.
I
I'm with
think
this one.
roses. I think I prefer their cream range, their strawberries.
But
and
Quality
cherry
Street has the
fruits.
orange crunch, The
It's
noisette triangle and the fucking big purple one.
It does.
What about the caramel stick things?
And
That can fuck off.
And to be fair, they do stick.
The caramel stick thing and the toffee penny can fuck off.
My grandma used to have a rule. You could have any quality street
I like
you want.
toffee pennies.
Simon,
You had to take.
You're the sort of person who wants to see the world burn.
Correct.
Simon swears by those
You have
fucking
to
toffee
take
sticks.
a toffee penny.
He
or
keeps a
a
load
toffee
of them.
stick.
Where do
And
the
he
big
keeps them in his
triangles
car
live? Are they
because he went
grey
to a
roses
shoot
or are
once,
they
forgot his
Quality Street?
headphones for the
Noisette
day.
triangle, Quality Street.
He got one, stuck it in his pocket, got it nice and warm, cut it in half with a knife, and wedged them in his ears.
I think my taste change has got older.
He used to. That's
Roses friend when I was a
As
child.
as fucking
As I got
earplugs
older,
for
I
a shoot
think I now
day
lean
because he
towards
didn't have any
Quality Street. I don't know if my
headphones.
palate's changed or
It
what.
says they're the best things he ever put in because they formed perfectly.
Oh my
I think
God.
there is something to be said for the fact that Quality Street does enforce
Oh,
the
should we also...
toffee coin and the toffee
The
stick.
toffee stick is great.
No.
And you're wrong.
Universe.
I'm sorry,
Paul.
toffee
And they're
sweets
grotesque and
in
ugly
general. If you want a toffee sweet, you buy toffee. If you don't want toffee sweet, you don't buy a variety bag and hope for the fucking toffee.
Paul, you're wrong so often. Like you must think I'm probably wrong on this one too. Like that must
The
cross
Fox
your
Mulder
mind.
principle. Fox Mulder was right 98.9% of the time. So it works on the principle that if he says something, you should, in theory, believe him because he's been right.
Whereas
so
I
much
assume that
before.
you're talking shit. So when you're right, it's like, oh, that's right.
The Paul Williams principle. So much bollocks, he's got to be wrong this time as well. Fair play, I like it. Can we also bring up Revels then?
Revels,
And now they shout on the parade of the coffee cream.
Revels are pretty great, though, aren't they?
Have you not? When was the last time you had Revels?
So Revels have gone off book.
Revels put a vote in to say vote for your least favourite flavour, and we're going to replace it with a new mystery flavour. And obviously everyone, it's going to be fucking strawberry cream, isn't it? Well, let's get rid of that bastard toffee. No one likes the fucking toffee. And lo and behold, what happened? Apparently everyone voted coffee.
That's because it's the worst one.
It was
is the
the
worst one.
best.
No!
Coffee cream.
If I'm being honest, I would take the coffee Revel over the orange Revel.
I
Oh,
love
I
both.
love
I
the
love the orange and I love
I
the
don't
coffee.
mind the orange Revel.
So
But
here's the thing
strawberry's
with
really
Revels.
disappointing.
You've got a handful of Revels. You're like, oh, the little chocolate disc.
The best Revel.
Oh, the little
Lovely
coffee
Galaxy
one.
chocolate.
Mm.
Lovely Galaxy chocolate.
What does Revel do?
Got a Malteser, don't they? They do a little
No,
They
Malteser.
used, they used to have the Ravens.
You used to do raisins.
The ball.
I'm onto the NFL podcast.
Straight into NFL. And you're chewing away. Oh, I'm loving these Revels. Oh, I've just broken a tooth on the fucking toffee.
I was that little
I
bastard.
don't
Gene,
know.
we used to go so similar. That was the one thing Gene took in was a big bag of Revels. And I'd get a handful, go, no, you can have that one back, put it back in and take a different
I can
one.
absolutely believe that's true as well.
Because I fucking hate
exactly the
toffee.
sort of thing that Ed
You
would
should
do.
have your own little separate bag, you knobhead.
I used to sort of sieve through them. I couldn't take a big handful. I had to pick which one and hope for the best.
Yeah, we're
Because
gonna
I
have
was
to,
very
I might,
good at-
now she's made herself
to be
known.
fair,
We're going to have to announce
you
this
can
to the
work-
cameras. She's
you
not
can-
on site.
you
There is
can-
another person.
You could kind of work them out based on the size.
Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yes.
The bigger ones
Frozen
were obviously the
ball
Maltesers.
They were easy.
The big flat discs
but
were
this is
obviously
why-
they
this is
did
why
this.
one
Dead
There were,
Raider.
and then there were the two consistently
Ghost of the Dead
sized ones.
Raider.
You go, haha, that's a cream. I'm not sure which cream it is, but they're both the
Actually,
same.
you know
These are
what? It might
creams.
be
You say
Santa.
cream.
They were
Because like
creams.
Santa's
they weren't
supposed to be
actually
down for
soft
quite a
cream,
long
but the
time.
content is still
Dude's
referred to
definitely
as
been
cream.
died and replaced a few times.
Because it's basically pure sugar.
But that's no reason why he couldn't die and become a
You
ghost.
can still buy them.
Oh,
You can
Fred
still find them.
Claus.
You can buy
Well,
just specifically boxes
he's
of
magic
coffee
anyway,
creams.
so
Coffee.
why not?
Coffee
You
sweets
go.
are great, come on.
But isn't one of his
Tell you what,
magic
it's quite-
You
powers
tell me you don't like
immortal?
coffee sweets.
I tell you what, it's quite nice. Chocolate coated coffee beans.
They are beautiful, aren't they? I discovered those in Nero decades ago. Cafe Nero used to do the coffee
The little
flavoured,
box.
yeah, and they were great, and they still are because they're really nice and crunchy and lovely. And you smile with the black bits all in your mouth. Oh, fucking great! Bits of coffee everywhere. It's just so good.
So Sam just raised a very interesting point. Father Christmas, is he immortal?
Well, he's lived for 2,000 years.
But what I'm saying is he like you know when like your parent like replaces your guinea pig or your
Right.
hamster when it pops its box with one that
Are you asking, is he
hopefully won't
immortal
notice.
or is he invulnerable?
Is the term not
Basically,
omni-
can we kill him
Is the
or
term
will
not
he ever die?
omnipresent?
No.
Which year was it? Like 2016, where they worked out that Father Christmas was actually stronger than nearly all of the superheroes. Like, all of his powers were better than nearly all
Well, he can
superheroes.
delete. He's got like time powers, obviously, because he can.
So he can travel through time.
Well, he's either
He's
that
either
or he's-
super fast or he can do time stuff.
It's both, though, isn't it? He can slow time.
And he's got Ant-Man's ability
and
to shrink
travel.
and get down shit.
Yep.
Which
He's
means
stronger
obviously
He can talk to
Superman.
animals.
Stronger than Superman.
He's got an army of elves.
Yep.
What, slaves, really. Let's just call them what they are. They're slaves. It's just slave labour.
You know, we
It
don't
sort of
use
is.
the S word. It's,
Minions.
what is it? Involuntary workers or something.
involuntary workforce. I don't know. I'm sure he's probably immortal in the same way that most religious figures are immortal.
So-
They exist as long as people believe in it.
The one where the big...
Jesus could probably beat Santa though in a fight, I reckon.
I don't know. South Park's done it.
South
I'm pretty
Park
sure
done it.
South. I'm
I'm
pretty
sure
sure
South
Santa
Park
won.
done it. That's probably one of the first episodes as well.
Yeah, it is.
Santa done it.
The Big
not
Lebowski,
topical
the,
enough
one,
these days.
the Christmas movie where the Big Lebowski plays Father Christmas. I'm pretty sure right at the beginning, when he becomes Father Christmas, they tell him that he's become immortal. Pretty sure that's a thing because he's like.
Yeah. So,
Isn't the sort of the theory
But
discussed
can he die
in
by
the
mortal
film?
means?
No, because you can't catch him.
But isn't
so
this theory discussed in the
immortality
film,
means you will
the
never
Santa
die of
Claus?
natural causes,
I
whereas
think it
invulnerability
depends.
means you will never be killed, but you will die of natural causes, and that's the difference between the two of them. And I'm guessing Santa is immortal, but not invulnerable. Therefore, stab him in the chest, he's going to die like anyone else.
Can't catch him though.
Oh, you might be able to try. You know,
Because he's like the Flash.
while he's
Oh
stuffing
my
his
god,
face.
is he elusive like a Kengish kind?
To be fair though, he probably has got a certain amount
Concuss
of
him full of our money
the
in the
healing
Safari
ability.
Zoo.
That many mince pies in one night,
Kangaskhan.
he should have diabetes.
The Pokemans.
I'd caught all the Pokemon.
I mean, he says he did.
I'm bringing that up later.
He says he did, but
I'm bringing that up later.
I'm calling bullshit on that one.
You mean you got all 150 of the originals? There's a lot more Pokemans than that.
No, I still can't. Oh, just don't.
They don't exist.
We're not
No,
doing
it's a
it.
sore subject.
Don't you go jumping
they
that
want
gun.
more money from him for all the Pokemons.
I've already heard him grumble, but like
you
there
grumble?
are like 700 or 800 Pokemans.
That's
now.
fine, and they will release another Pokemon Let's Go Cyndaquil or whatever a nice iconic second gen fucking monster
Totodile.
is. Yeah, because you know I'm.
What do they cut words to?
I can't remember what the grass one was.
Clockapig.
Oh god, that's a question. So we had
Fuck
Cyndaquil,
me.
Totodile, and it's not Bayleaf.
What was it?
Bayleaf
Bayleaf was the middle.
Bumfuzzled.
which turned into.
Popper Squad.
I actually can't remember them. I know the middle one apparently. What was Popper Squat?
That's
That's
not
not
a real one.
Pokemon, that's a whole other thing.
That's a made
What was,
one.
what was the trash bag called? Come on.
Oh god.
And what was its statistics?
Garbodor, I think it was.
And what was its statistics, Sam? Come on
was
with your
rubbish.
Pokemon superpower.
It was a poison dark one, I'm fairly sure.
And it was a bag.
And it was a bag, yeah.
I distinctly remember you bragging about the fact
Fucking
you can
bag,
remember
yeah.
all of the original
yeah.
Pokemon and their stats.
It's been a long time since I played I can probably take a good guess at it.
I can go through the sequence of the Pokemons, but I can't do the stats. So come on, Bulbasaur first. Let's
I'm
work
not
away
gonna
for
go
all
for the
151 here,
attack.
people.
I'll go for strength defense.
We'll be here sometime, kids.
Special
Strap
attack.
yourselves in.
Yeah, forward on flight in 5
podcast.
minutes. No, we'll not do this.
Are we going pre or post special split?
We're not doing this. We are definitely not. Let's actually just see. Can you do all the original 150 in order?
Probably at some. I could probably do it, not in order. I could definitely name
Right, at
them.
the end of the cast, we're going to make him do it and see if he can do it all in order.
I
So
can't
I
do them in
Cold
order.
enough
So
to
I
do the
thought
Pokemon
32
rap right
NFL
now.
teams in
Oh,
alphabetical
God.
order is tricky. You
Oh,
have to do the
God, that's
Pokemons.
I think I've cemented that in for tomorrow. I think,
In
you,
no-
do, I
in
think you
number
do
order.
have to do it by sound.
By sound.
So we've been doing this. We've been doing this quiz. It's here.
Are we doing this now? Are we doing this based on the animated
Feel-
series
oh, no,
sound
it's
or Game Boy sound?
He's talking about something completely
Feel free to have a go at this, Edward. Name all 32 NFL teams in under 5 minutes. You could probably just look at that and then memorise them. Paul can not only do this quiz, he can do it by division. So you see how it's split into divisions. So Paul can do it by division. So we've had to come up with a new and interesting method. So I actually was, what I'll tell you now, what I was going to go with was you were going to have to do them in alphabetical order backwards.
Excellent.
For everyone you got wrong, you lost a point.
Excellent.
But the podcast received a tweet with a much better idea. As you can see by that list, Edward, a lot of them are animal based. So Paul has to name all 32 teams in the NFL by sound alone.
Alright.
You
I
must
immediately know that we're going to get some form of complaint because as soon as I have to do the
I'm
Washington
gonna-
Redskins and go,
I'm going to ask you a few questions on how he's going to do the noises. So I'd like to know.
I'd have gone with Get Off My Land, but
A redskin isn't.
Can I
an
first
animal,
off hear
though.
your Jets noise, please? No, I want to hear Paul's.
it was basically a bit. I was trying to
no
work.
fun.
I was trying to work out.
All right, can I hear your Patriots noise, please?
Charge!
God bless America.
I was going to say that seems better. What else got here? There's a certain group from Dallas I'd like to hear your interpretation of. Stop giving him answers.
Get
It's like Andy's done this
horse and
before.
Drink your milk.
Can I hear your Eagles noise, please? Your Phil. Totally worth it.
Can I hear your Falcon, please?
I'm going for it.
Your Cardinal now.
I'd like to hear your Clevelands, please.
Cleveland Browns.
I would like to hear your Browns noise, please. Oh, he went a totally different route to what I thought he was. I was really hoping for some.
All we're talking about. The man who, as I said earlier today,
Can I
described
hear your
himself-
Bengals noise, please?
What's a tiger?
The Bay of Bengal.
So,
That's a place that has a
Okay, he's
tiger.
gonna cat.
Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm not sure how you'll do. Can I hear your Green Bay Packers noise, please?
Ooh.
Yeehaw.
Don't give him answers.
Hmm.
Would you go with pack mule, or would you go with the concept of a packer?
I don't even know why they're called the Green Bay Packers.
I'd have gone with like a.
I knew you know exactly where you're going with this.
He's thinking.
Look how proud you are.
Is he-
of
is he-
yourself.
Is he thinking?
Oh my God.
Is he thinking?
It's
Don't
exactly.
say it because you can't say it.
It's like, it's
Does it-
basically-
Does it rhyme with part of their name? See, I haven't said it. I think I've dropped enough hints.
I see. Well, I was going to say
Some Bay
it's
Packers.
a case of when you know some of my friends who lived up in Middlesbrough were kids.
There's a
They
few
once went
here.
into the local Thornton shop and said, "Excuse me, is the guy who packs the fudge here?"
Oh Jesus Christ! Can I stretch?
What's
the
your
nuts in
Colts
mine?
noise? I'll be curious about your Colts noise. Again, no. Isn't that coconuts?
Well, no, I
The man's the same day.
Whoa, Patsy! I'm surprised you.
Well,
I was going to
I'd have
say
gone
I'd have gone with a gun noise.
Yeah.
Colt 45. Something like that.
We all don't know guns as intricately as you, boy.
What does a Titan sound like?
A giant.
Yeah, I know, but that doesn't help. I mean, you're just going to talk in a really
V5
deep
Falcon?
voice.
Yeah.
Panthers, Falcons. Give us your Saints noise. There's a curious one. What's your Buccaneers noise?
This is already sad because it's just given me pretty much like 16 of them for tomorrow.
I don't care. I wanna...
Arr!
What the fuck's a Seahawk? Chargers. I mean, what the hell?
Seahawk.
This
This might give you a clue, Edward. This is a seahawk.
Oh,
It's a bird.
Uh,
A seahawk.
I love the idea of having to do
It's
all
a
these
plane as well,
in
isn't
order by name because that's going to be a bitch.
Well, obviously
Good fun.
named after the bird.
Yeah, but this is the thing. He's got to get it in alphabetical order first.
So I'm not going to get them right.
And by name.
That's the point. Can't give you.
Yeah,
give you the free-
I couldn't memorise the
free
list of
victory.
words. I don't know why.
Only the dankest.
Yeah. Excellent.
Talk about Sam and his love for wet models.
I didn't.
Sorry, what's that? What?
Whenever we watch a film that has lots of in good practical effects work, I'm like, oh, that's a lovely wet model.
Oh,
Some
well,
loves
yeah,
it.
no, we had
I
this
do
chat
love
about
it.
Alien.
Now I thought
Alien's
potentially
very
you were
wet.
talking about
Oh, it's very wet.
you know, a
Yeah.
bikini clad.
I mean, it's actually.
I have no interest in that.
a bikini clad buxom wench
I have no interest in that at all, Paul.
that was been dipped in the sea.
No.
Right.
But of course he means
I want to see a horrible rubber monster.
Oh, me and Sam watched. We're going to do a podcast about it. Me and Sam watched an amazing movie the other day. We watched a little bit of Godzilla. It was
Which
No,
one?
no,
Which
I was
one was
gonna
it?
say,
Out of
when you
curiosity?
say Godzilla, please, if it's not the Matthew Broderick one, I don't know.
It had the Matthew Broderick Godzilla in
It did.
it. It had 1998 Godzilla in it.
And then real Godzilla turns up and
fucks him
just
in the
fucks him. He just fucks him up.
It was fucking spectacular. Not a lick of it made any sense.
Which Godzilla film is this?
Godzilla Final Wars.
Wars.
It's mentally it's
Is
almost
this basically
incomprehensible.
Godzilla fights every iteration of Godzilla it's ever been?
No, but you just fight pretty much
Really?
every monster. That's
I'm
ever
going to
been.
fight Matthew Broderick's Godzilla.
Yeah,
I'm almost
fight
on
his
top.
own.
Holy shit, there's Mecha
Finds
Godzilla.
itself.
There are a few, he doesn't fight Space Godzilla.
There's a bit
or Mecha
where
Godzilla.
These are all real things.
There's a bit where they forget it's a Godzilla movie and they it turns into a motorbike fight and chase on a freeway that's got no other vehicles.
There's
on
about
it.
12 films happening all at once in Final Wars. It's
Yeah.
great. I will show you a Godzilla film that makes a bit more sense than Final Wars. We'll probably start with the most mental.
I can't wait. I love a good.
Paul's fallen asleep
romance
already.
movie.
Just doesn't
This
like...
is why we don't invite you to things, Paul, because you wouldn't appreciate the beauty of Godzilla
What the
Final
fuck are
Wars.
you knobheads talking
Or
about?
Monday.
Right, so
you wouldn't
Paul,
give
you
it-
can't appreciate the concept
Yeah,
of
what
horror
was that
films.
balls?
I
Fucking-
coded,
Did you
watch Monday?
I coded Monday.
Was it not
Yeah.
great?
Jesus Christ!
I don't know, I haven't seen it yet.
I didn't even
Let's
get
just
invited.
hope that nobody in our group listens to that podcast, because we were really harsh on some people.
We were harsh. You
You're having trouble
Oh,
here.
that'll
Paul.
make a change from when I'm not there.
It's hard to conceive the idea of 12 films happening at once when you've only seen 5. So I understand your grievance. It's hard for
So
you.
and one of those was Basket fucking Ball. So
again, as I raised at the time, I am taking absolutely zero responsibility.
100%
yeah, I mean 100% seems like the correct number here.
You're right, to be fair, he's actually seen about 6 films because they were all on the movie cast. Those are the only films that you've ever
You
seen.
didn't attend 4 of them.
Oh,
You were only there for 2.
True, you're right, maybe. Yeah, the numbers are all out.
The reason that Mandy, or just me and Andy watch because
We've got
JK hates Nicolas Cage. So
I'm going to
we
say
were like,
JK hates it.
I don't think you and James would enjoy it. In all honesty,
It
It's a
looks
bit
like a film that goes
fruity.
batshit crazy.
You might not. You might.
I think I might enjoy it.
You say
but
that you
should
probably would
certainly
enjoy it.
watch it.
It's a bit
I showed you
fruity.
the trailer.
Which one's it?
Nicolas Cage film Mandy.
Oh, yeah.
Nicolas
And
Cage
it's-
being Nicolas Cage.
You watch the opening of the trailer and it seems quite serious, and then halfway through it just demonstrates how batshit crazy, and then just gives you a glimpse of how bad it goes with
That's
the
the film
chainsaw
in a
scene where he
nutshell.
turns up, I've got a chainsaw to fight you, and the bad guy's got a 6-foot-long chainsaw.
That's the film in a nutshell, though. Al. It's essentially 2 films stuck together.
I think the
Here,
film
this
seems
is very
to go a
serious,
different way now.
and we've gone off the
Starting
rails.
Give
quite
it a
normal
watch, Ed.
and
I
then
think you
just
might enjoy just how
going
out there it is.
I might have to give it a go for novelty's sake.
You wouldn't enjoy it, Paul.
I can't remember what it was.
Sounds about right.
You'd
What
have
were we
slept
watching today
through
when batshit crazy?
more.
Cabin in the Woods.
You'd have slept through
Yeah,
more
so that
films
film's
than
good
there
for
was
that.
film. You'd have slept for 3 hours.
Let's
in
put it this
a
way.
2-hour movie.
Really angry.
There are times when I do find myself to be a little bit lacking in sleep. So if you could invite me around for a film that is fucking shite, and then I can have a... Don't you... If I swear to
Never
God,
going to watch that film,
if you end up watching it without me, I'm going to be really pissed off.
and that's why we're never going to
We'll
watch
get
it.
you'll get you around for
Event
Das
Horizon.
Boot or something. You can watch
It's,
that.
I know I've
It's
seen
4
it. I
hours
just
long,
can't
isn't
remember
it?
it.
Now, did you say Das Boot or Das Bootle? As in the
Das
English...
Boot.
The English, like, sort of equivalent. Taking place on Merseyside. I would have thought you'd have got that one.
So,
Well, personally, I've never been to Bootle before, but I can only
Make it
assume,
stay that
I can
way.
only assume it is a shithole.
It is very much a shithole. Apologies to any from Bootle.
I've heard of it, hence
Sorry,
I
not
got it. I've never, where is
Were
it?
you happy with that one?
I was enjoying that. Thank you, Paul.
so I made a loose agenda. I don't expect we'll get anywhere near going through this agenda.
Agenda? We're not half an hour in as it
I was going to
is.
say, based on the agenda, how many points have we already ticked off? I mean, we must have chanced a few of them.
Absolutely zero.
I'm pretty
Let's
sure
not 20
celebrations
minutes
at the
talk
top.
about fucking chocolate.
6? 6?
Zero.
That was either
Fantastic.
3 or 0.
Zero.
I
It was
think
zero.
it's
I
an
thought it was
agenda for
6.
a non-topic.
No, that's 6. Or that's 6. If anyone can tell me why, that's 6
Right.
or that's
I'm
6.
assuming
that
that 6 is because of your penis measurement and that's your actual comparison and you tell everyone it's
Everyone
6
knows
inches.
that is 12 inches. 12 inches?
So it's not the penis measurement, got it. I cannot fathom, I'm guessing this is a deaf person's thing and therefore is irrelevant to me as I can hear.
Wow!
I'm
Stiff
just
shot
saying.
Stiff shot against the deaf people?
Yeah, fuck the
You're
death.
right!
Fucking hell.
I'm just going to
That was
ask.
so easy.
Yeah.
Are these podcasts subtitled Which of them's going to be offended by that statement?
This is where I spend ages having to edit all this shit out.
No, you don't. It's like my blind comment on my system. No, the only person who's going to be offended by it is the one person who couldn't see it.
It's great.
It was fine.
It's all listening this bit. You can just chop this whole bit out. And
Just cut the whole
Anyway.
thing out.
Do you want to say something that's not going to get in the podcast? Something like fuck bags or something like that?
We've sworn loads already.
Bags
It's
is
fine.
fine.
So why this?
Trying to get the
this-
racism out of the way now, then.
Anyone got any questions on that?
Is this to
Freezy
do with the
chopping.
sequencing? So actually, does it to do with going down the numbers, and that represents going past 5 into the next number?
So basically, when you count, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and then you have half numbers.
and then to differentiate between, so you can still use one hand.
1.
You'd either
2.
do 6, which looks like the number 6,
Okay.
or you start at the bottom and work your way back. So 6, 7, 8, 9,
Okay. Clever.
and then you start with 11,
No,
12,
makes sense actually.
13, 14, 15.
Why do you actually know all of this?
It's part of my degree. You know, that degree that I use every day working
Film
out.
Yeah.
studies.
A non-disclosed
Oh, well,
insurance.
This guy's
Done. It's become a hilarious
It's
joke.
worse than me for
to
films,
some.
by the way.
How many films have you seen? Can you count them on one hand?
Oh, probably, yeah. I should hope so.
That is a lie. I've given you a
I was
better
going to say,
education than that.
living in a house with Edward, you must have seen a million.
I tried to make
Oh, I've
her watch some
tried.
really
I
weird
tend
shit.
to
The real
fall asleep
joke,
within
Paul,
about
is
10
not
minutes.
quite at his level of
I'm like a
weird
house of that. Hey, Paul, have you seen that film? I fell asleep.
But it tends to be the classic
Paul,
things.
The real joke, of course, is that your degree is
Yeah,
actually
Katie
worse
still
than
hasn't
film
successfully
studies.
watched an original Star Wars.
No, I can't get past that.
I've tried to make her watch all.
Did you hear that?
all of
Mocking his degree.
This is why I'm not sat in it, so you can't identify.
So any people that were on my degree that might just be listening or watching because they've seen it,
They know.
you apparently know. So, soz.
What was your degree in, Paul?
Have they,
Theatre arts, education, and deaf studies, acting, teaching, and apparently
Talking
deaf
to-
person communication, as somebody would put it.
Deaf talk.
I just,
Deaf talk.
Deaf talk.
I just can't imagine. Like, you were 18 when you chose this degree, right?
17.
Sure. And you looked at thought,
18, 19.
yeah, that's the degree for me. That speaks to me.
I hate
Yeah.
to.
Sorry. The guy, you cannot sit here and be giving it fucking big licks about me with my degree, with you chilling out there with your fucking biochemistry degree, and you do the same job as I do, basically.
To be fair,
We're
yeah.
both wasting our time.
I'm gonna say
Lies!
we're both making good use of those,
Education.
those well-earned debts.
Education, debt.
He's like our boss. Yeah, I know as I use the word like.
He may seem
Get
like
fired
he's your
tomorrow.
boss, but
Definitely getting fired tomorrow.
he means absolutely nothing to me in the workplace.
Just in the bedroom.
Well, we'll come on to that. I'm sure it's on the agenda.
That's on the agenda. It's the point number 3.
I don't know. I don't like this
Speaking
idea.
of point number 3, I gave him that. I mean,
So
what?
what's actually on
I don't
this
like this idea
agenda?
that Paul is the picture in this relationship. I just don't agree with that at all.
I don't think Paul's the picture in his
Oh,
current relationship, is he? Just saying.
Good evening, darling. You'll never ever be watching or listening to this.
Oh god, I really hope she does.
No, she finds it weird when I actually listen to the ones that I'm like sort of only on partially,
Alright.
and she thinks it's weird that I listen to it. It's like, weren't you there when it was recorded? I was like, yeah.
But I was there on the ones that I
I've
did
listened to
entirely on my
literally
own.
zero
I
of
listened to
these.
those for novelty. It's quite weird hearing yourself.
You generally get a mention when you're not even here.
Seriously,
That's how
it's gone to the stage now where
integrated.
I'm pretty much on every podcast because if it's a
If we-
movie cast, it's you lot just.
ripping the
Let's
shit out of your
watch the
absence.
film. Let's discuss the film for 10 minutes. Then let's spend the next 50 minutes slagging Paul off.
It's just
I
so
think you actually broke a
easy.
world record the last time that I listened to one. Because you hadn't even started discussing the film and it was already on me.
Don't watch the Mandy one. Don't watch the Mandy one.
Is it just you and James? Is it just you and James?
No, it's
Me
me
and
and
Sam.
him.
Me and Sam. It was me. I was there as
It
well.
was me, myself,
Sam.
and me.
Me, Sam, and all the rest of the other Sams.
It was me and Sam. And
Just you two.
Nobody should listen to that.
So it's just you two slagging me off for about an hour and a half.
Pretty much, yeah.
Ed, you did quite well out of it. I must say.
Which bit?
the Mandy podcast. You're the only one that didn't get slagged off, I think.
Oh, really?
We don't really slag of JK either, really.
Aww.
That's
He
like
says-
hatred of Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but that's
not slagging off, that's stating fact.
completely rational.
I mean,
I think we mocked James for his
To be fair,
love
point six,
Michael Bay films.
point 6 on my agenda is Nicolas Cage.
oh, there you go.
partially.
We ticked
What's
one
he
off.
done?
It's Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
Nicolas Cage. Just, that was a conversation killer, wasn't it?
But by the same, he's now some money.
So I wrote this agenda originally when Tom was supposed to be on the podcast.
Has Tom ever been on one?
So
Yes.
you wrote this agenda 2 years ago.
I don't mean to alarm you, but I'm almost certain
Has he ever
Tom was
actually
on the
been to a
podcast before
podcast?
you agreed to be on the podcast.
Oh, that's alright then.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
isn't Tom? Is Tom the? He's
Tom was like number 6 or something like that.
he's in the first few podcasts, and then he turns up later, and then he's done.
So podcast 1 was you and Leanne. That was you sort of like your tester one. That was like your pilot.
Podcast 2 was him and Moo Bear.
Yeah. Leanne's mum.
Moo Bear? It is Moo Bear, is it? Yes, it was Moo Bear.
She did.
And then I think
Smarter than the average Moo Bear.
episode 3 might have been me.
Uh,
I was fairly early.
I'm fine.
I think yours was after mine, because we listened
how
to
many-
mine at home.
We're
mine
going
the
like
first
1,000 now.
And I tried to listen to yours, but then you started
Yeah,
talking
I've
to the
seen
sports
about that,
balls,
yeah.
and I just couldn't do it.
Potentially, was mine the first one that got split into 2?
Possibly. It was a long time ago. It was a lot of podcasts ago.
I think we listened to that one in bed. He fell asleep, but I was.
Yeah, boy!
You know how I said
Charted.
I listened to yours as a sleep aid? I wasn't joking.
Yeah,
dulcet tone
sleep aid,
actually
actually
was
was
flat
anyway.
out. I've got to be honest, I had some of the most vivid
I've heard of
dreams of
some
my
strange
life.
aphrodisiacs, but that's a new one on me.
Had the strangest, most vivid dreams of my life listening to your voice. It was really bizarre.
So point number 1 on my agenda.
Never have I tried to
was,
stab someone so many times in
That's
sleep.
bollocks. You only dream about solar panels and ask me to change them. And you
I don't remember this. Didn't happen.
turned to me and says, "Can you fix those solar panels?" And I was like, "What?" He goes, "No, don't worry, I'll do it in the morning."
Do you even have solar panels?
I don't have dreams. I think she's making all this up.
You don't
This
have
one who
dreams
bites
anymore,
a pillow.
Not we've been working for as long as you have.
Anyway, next point on the agenda.
So first point on the agenda.
Sorry, first point on the agenda.
We're at 45 minutes in now.
So Tom was supposed
Give
to
or
be
take.
here, so that we could talk about the fact that me and Tom took part in November.
We all took part in November.
I took part in
You
November.
took part in November.
What's November?
You have to give
Go
something
on,
up.
go on, Sam. Use that big old brain of yours. Work out.
So basically, you say
shots
no to
fired.
something.
Yeah, well, guess that, but that's...
So
Shots
we have
fired.
Stoptober for
Isn't that just
don't
Lent?
smoke and things.
Dry
So when came
January
into
or
it-
whatever it is.
I
Yeah.
thought that was January,
Paul-
and that's where women stop shaving. Have I got that wrong? Movember for the don't shave men, January for the women.
Don't shave men.
Shave the dolphins instead.
You there, boy? Are you shaving a man? Stop it once.
Stop it right now.
So what? I still none the wiser. My big
November
brain isn't helping me with this.
is a
because
Oh,
no could refer to a whole lot.
It's a non-alcohol
Real
thing.
Sam.
It's a non-alcohol thing over
It's
November.
Not. It's not.
Which would be no good to me, as I don't drink.
Oh, I thought it was
It's just
alcohol.
picking-
You're supposed to give something up. There was posters
Basically,
around
it's
and I was
like-
like,
it's
let's
like a
do
Lent
November.
thing.
Yeah,
It's like a
it
Lent.
had, it had a bottle, and I just
But that's
assumed it
one
meant...
of the things you could give up. You could give up drinking for November. You could give up smoking. You could give up heroin. You could give up. You know.
Well, then I gave up loads of stuff. I didn't do loads of stuff over November. I'm really good.
You have to have done it to give it up.
And no,
Okay, I'm
not in the same way that a sofa
I gave
shop
up
will
hope
put up
for
the
the
prices
future.
2 weeks
Yeah.
before a sale.
You could have
To
given
then
up.
say that they've
instantly.
put the prices down.
Yeah.
Not in that way.
The day before
You know, when
November,
you
I was a
think
massive
about
heroin
it,
addict.
first
It
of
was.
December, it all came
Well, I looked at
crashing
it.
down again.
No. So you did. What did you give up for November?
So me and Tom decided that we were going to give up
Hard drugs.
hard drugs, intravenously taken
Soft
alcohol.
drugs.
We were going to give up bad food, saying no to going to the gym, and the main objective was to try and lose a stone
Right.
in
month.
November. Not the stone, not the diabetic toe that you keep trying to put on my desk. That used to be mine.
Petrified toe.
Chev's diabetic toe.
There's a rock. There's a rock on the desert. Looks like a petrified toe. So we always say it's a diabetic toe that's fallen off.
Job check.
You should start carrying around and go, what the hell is that? It's my toe. Okay, making the joke that bits of you fall off. I'm surprised you haven't given it to me.
It's funny
yet.
because it's a really serious illness.
It's fucking hysterical.
Well,
Because I don't have it.
Don't milk it. It's not like you're going to die 20 years before the rest of us.
God, I welcome it.
Right now. Right now, I welcome it.
I'm out. We all know my
So,
opinions on
this
your
would be the
legs.
point where I would absolutely be ripping into Tom for how well he did in November, because I think he started with like, oh, I forgot, I ate some chocolate today. I was like, Tom, it's day one, mate. He's like, yeah, sorry. I was like, it wasn't even day one. 'Cause he was like, I'm not starting for the first 3 days because I'm going to be filling my face. All right, good lad.
I know he didn't lose a stone, but he lost several £100.
That's money, though.
Yeah, but it got him something. On his arm.
Yeah.
Do tattoos count as a bad habit? A bad for you thing?
You tell us, Andy.
Andy, would you say your tattoos are a bad habit? Potentially bordering addiction?
Could you say you've been addicted? You've become addicted to
And
tattoos?
have
Just
therefore
lift your
have a
arm for
compulsive
that
need to
lift your arm for those cameras that are very
fill in
close to
those
you.
gaps in your body that
Personally,
don't have...
I don't. Not everybody's the same. But personally, I think tattoos are disgusting and nobody should have them. Because I've never used that shit before.
And you're a shining example of that. Why they shouldn't?
I do it so that the kids don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
all those drugs.
That's why I smoke so much. Shining example why people shouldn't do it. Because, you know...
I'm not cool enough for tattoos or smoking.
True,
I
true
do
story,
people
bro.
off because, you know, I have
I
such a
am, though.
horrendous smoker's cough and generally I'm the very unhealthy person for all of my smoking. Wait, I'm the healthiest person in our fucking office.
Do you go to a doctor, like, ever?
I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm going to.
No, I genuinely haven't.
I'm going to take.
Not
I'm going to
even
take umbrage with that.
registered
I'm
Yeah.
the healthiest person in our office.
I think
On
I
what-
actually am.
On what?
Ed, do you reckon you could run?
grounds?
Do you reckon you could run like a 5K?
I think I can run circles around you in a basketball pitch, bitch.
Kit,
Pitch.
basketball kit.
I was about to say court and then I thought
It
it's
was
not court,
court.
it's
Back
kit.
yourself, Ed.
Then I was going to say
Alex
pitch.
got,
And either way, I can run rings around you in a
See,
basketball.
it's interesting because he went for
Just in a
he went for
basketball.
basketball pitch there, and last time it was the cricket court.
I didn't say I was good at these things.
But when do we get to the hand egg? Sam?
Hand egg. Well, reverse hand egg. Forwards hand egg.
Forwards hand egg.
Lace-based hand egg.
American football, for those who don't know. Backwards hand egg is rugby.
Yeah.
Sam knows well.
As we discussed
Backwards hand
discovered
egg.
last week.
Is that because you can only throw it behind you?
It's coming from St Helens, and, you know, rugby's the only thing we've got there.
They don't even have a football team. We know this.
We don't have, like, you know, civilization. They've got a rugby pitch, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And lots of burning bins. And if any of you are from St
Oh,
Helens, I
that
don't
differential
care.
actually. Yeah, forward
You
hand
know you
egg.
live in a shithole. That's why I left.
You know you live in
Did
shit.
you leave it on fire?
It started on fire. I wasn't.
But did you do anything to put the fire out?
There's so much fire. There's only so much you can do after a while.
You kick a bit of dirt over the closest ones, but generally just leave the rest.
Like, I mean, if you just cut it off and just let it sink into the Irish Sea, just let it happen. And Wales.
Is it?
Wales can go as well.
Why is it apparently my comments need to be cut and that's perfectly okay? I'm just
Don't really
asking.
know where we go from there.
That's fairly obvious, isn't it? Because nobody's going to argue with that. St Helens and Wales, they can go.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
But I'd settle for a lot of the Northwest, in all honesty.
Is this just into room 101?
A little
Things
bit.
that you'd get rid of. Things that Sam would get rid of. Jesus Christ, can you
They
imagine?
probably
how
put
long
him
that-
Jesus Christ, he's going to
Yeah, I hate to
get
say.
He's going in there.
It would be
He's
quicker
already
to ask
dead.
what
There's not
keep-
much we can do about it now.
Oh, I
The
don't know.
concept-
There's a lot
The
about it.
concept, though, get it put in there.
Dude's already dead. He died on a
I'm going to have
cross.
to
He's
ask
already
you to
dead.
explain
Pretty
this
hard.
further. Is it just Jesus Christ as a concept or is it all religious figures? Well, which one are you
I think
burning?
we're already bordering on breaking rule number 2 here.
What was rule number 1?
Oh, what are the rules?
The 3 golden rules of podcasting: don't talk about religion,
Yeah.
Politics.
race, or politics,
Yeah.
or sexual orientation. Why have we ended up with 4 rules?
I think because I don't think race is one of them. That's one of that kind of an obvious one that we don't do.
I think that's mainly because none of them
I
are
haven't.
actually
I have never done
active
it.
racists.
I've never active. I don't think I've ever boarded race on here, other than once. We had a very serious topic about the actual PC nature of the world once.
But yeah,
That was,
did.
but it
And
wasn't.
then we had to get Sam to come and vet it for us.
And you vouched. Everything I said was actually
It actually
fine.
Nothing got cut out of that episode, which is why that episode's called Edited to the Max.
Nothing got cut out. He was fine with everything I said.
I was very surprised at that.
I think it's one of those things that possibly sounded worse in the moment
really
than it did in.
Ed is the most edited podcast member. Actually, you're the joint
Who's the second?
most edited. Somebody else.
You can get
It's got to be Keep.
You can fuck right.
It's got to be Keep.
There's absolutely no way I am the most.
It's gotta be
edited
Keith.
person.
It's Keep.
To be fair, you and JK both got edited for a horrific conversation.
I don't
What
even
did you
remember
do?
this.
I mean, I know why he'd edit me. It's virtually every other word I say,
I'm
but
pretty
you?
sure it ticked all the podcast golden rules in a 4. I cut 4 minutes out at the beginning of a podcast once because I was just like, wow, we're definitely going to get lynched.
What
for
did he
that.
say?
Well, we're not going to say.
Let me tell you now. I really
Edit it
know
out again
what
later.
one comment that ticks all 3 would be.
You-
I mean, I can picture one in my head, but I'm not going to say it so that you don't have to edit it. I'm being
But
nice.
the golden rules shall remain as such.
I really
No
want to say
politics.
it. I'm not doing it.
No religion. No sexual orientation.
Correct.
Hang on, no. That was not originally part of this. We had 3 rules: politics, race, and
Race was never a thing. We just assumed that was a thing because we're not horrible.
Politics and religion.
politics, religion, and race were the 3 rules. You did
We
not
assumed
say
we weren't
anything
going
about
to go into
talking
race
about
baiting because
sex. You're allowed to talk genders. Genders are fine to talk.
I'm not sure that's true. I think that's asking for trouble.
It is in this day and age.
I do want to ask a question, but I'm not sure if it breaks one of the rules. The
LGBT.
But it's... Right, so...
Is that questionable?
It's been extended to TQ, so they've added Tom to the end of it.
Yeah.
LGBTQ. Is
Yeah.
that
Well,
questions?
it used to be lesbian, gay,
Queried?
bisexual, and transgender.
I imagine it's queer.
It's queer, is the last one.
So what's the difference between the gay and lesbian
do we
and
really want to
queer?
go into
No,
I
that?
don't
that's what I was
grasp. I'm
like-
actually torn there. I don't get it.
It's
T
not-
was trans.
I think
Lesbian,
it's I think
gay,
it's
bi,
transgender.
trans. But Q seems a bit void based on
I
lesbian,
think it's
gay.
more of a fluidity.
Yeah,
and that
Surely it
sort of
should be you for the people who don't want to disclose it.
Well,
Undisclosed, because that is always on those things now. Pick your sex, male, female, don't want to say.
well, maybe, but it's not really the topic for today, is it?
No.
Or,
Yeah.
or indeed ever.
So,
Unless you want to do a podcast that
I don't
the whole
think that.
thing.
No,
Fine
I'd
to the
say
sun.
that doesn't false any rules.
I still maintain, we've spoken about it all the time, I still maintain that we should do the politically incorrect podcast and just splash it with spoilers left, right and centre and just go and just do all the stuff.
I wouldn't
It's
say
not
that's
that
spoilers.
It's not even that I don't want to talk about it or even would find it interesting. I don't want to deal with the consequences of the fallout of it.
Hey,
I
we
think
can
it's
all
just-
talk about the lost podcast, can't we, Sam?
I believe that was the first one that we had to edit the whole one.
But you
We
basically
edited
said,
it
let's
so
not, let's
much
just not do
that
it.
in the end we just re-recorded it.
Yeah.
I found that the other day.
Right.
It was one of the
Burn
first camera podcasts. It was.
It's not that the thing is. It's not that I wouldn't even stand by my convictions on certain things.
No.
But there's no.
Sometimes it's not worth the
super
grief.
careful
It's
now.
not worth the grief, and I do agree to some extent.
And even if
But-
you're pretty moderate in your views, all it takes is for someone to disagree with you and suddenly decide you need to lose your job or whatever.
True that.
It's not worth the hassle.
No, I'd agree to some extent. Bloody amateurs. Just turn to bugger off. Don't hit the cameras.
Sounds like
Just
one
hang
of
up on
my,
Hang up on
I
it.
have done.
Oh, good.
Sounds
Why
like
are
one
you
of my
leaving?
meditation things.
Yeah.
Why are
Sounded
you
like one of
leaving
my
then?
meditation things. I thought it was time
Because
to
you didn't
meditate.
hear me.
Oh, just hang up and leave her.
So
To be fair, I say
the
every
short
time my
version
mother
is
rings.
that Tom didn't win November.
Of course he fucking did.
No.
I mean, there was the point where I nearly commented on the picture I saw on the Book of Face with this guy's face, Tom Quinn's face, and the caption was, only 5 meals between the 3 of us, and all I wanted to put was, how's that November challenge going, Tom? I think it was 3 days before the end of the challenge.
Was this the day you went there? They messed up the order and bought you an extra meal as just why not have the same
So there
cocktail?
They definitely ordered 5
There was
meals.
there was 3 of us. We did meerkat meals to get 2 for 1 on mains, but because there was 3 of us, we had to get 4.
Naturally.
And accidentally, they cooked an enchiladas when I'd asked for a chimichanga, and they just brought us it out anyway.
Wow. To be fair, that sounds like a great
True
Absolutely
story.
brilliant. Absolutely
Well,
brilliant.
Actually true.
I'm actually jealous. Except I don't like the sound of any of the
I
food.
if anybody's interested, I on the other hand actually succeeded. I lost 1 stone.
Wow, well done.
I'll be honest,
I
would never doubt your conviction to these things.
I will not be disclosing how
As someone-
I managed to get those last 2 stone.
As a man who used to smoke, doesn't really drink anymore these days. I think you'd occasionally give into one here and there if you really fancied
I
it.
haven't had
But
a drink since last May.
has it been that long? Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember
God,
last
it's
time
coming
I
soon
saw.
then,
I remember the last time I
Not
saw
that
you
boy.
drink was back at Peter's, and obviously that Jack Daniels did not last 5 minutes, and that was very amusing.
We don't talk about that. That was horrific.
It was impressive.
It was nearly as bad as the time.
One, I've never seen a person drink that quickly, and 2, I've never seen get that drunk that quickly. I mean, it was 2
I hadn't
levels of
eaten
amazing.
for a week.
To be fair, you were living off juicing, and again, juicing and alcohol apparently don't mix. Who knew? But
They
yeah,
do not.
based on those convictions of yours, I don't think I will ever hear you say, I'm going to do something and think, no, it's not. I mean, you could tell me you're going to go do a marathon, I go, yeah, I'll sponsor you, because I know you'll do it.
A marathon? A marathon?
Marathon.
Is that not the
But
right term?
that leads on to my new diet craze. I'm back to the Dench diet.
Coffee and cigarettes.
Mostly just coffee. I've not smoked a cigarette for a long time.
Oh, Andrew.
But yeah, it's I'm doing the intermittent fasting, which is the newest craze. But I'm doing the Dench version, which is just
Andrew.
coffee.
Balance
all
out the
day,
pain with coffee.
all day, all day. all day.
Even like too much coffee is bad for you though, but
It's alright. I've settled with a hot.
Oh, Andrew, when will you
I don't want to
learn?
actually try and figure out how much caffeine I drink in a day.
I should try and wean myself off it again, to be honest.
So my mornings start with a mug twice the size of that. I get to work and I fill a standard mug of this with 2 double espressos and then top it up with a bit of cold water so I can drink it instantly. Within an hour I've made another one of those, and that pattern basically continues till the end of the day. The first thing I do when I get home, I find one of my lovely big mugs and I fill that with coffee. And the first thing I did when I got to your house was had a coffee. So today
I don't
I
really
will
drink
have
much
had-
coffee outside of work, to be honest.
I just can't believe how much fucking coffee this kid drinks.
if I actually
It's insane.
factor for the size of my other mugs, then I will have had about 13 cups of this size of coffee.
13 cups of coffee.
So that's about.
That's a standard cup.
So I'd say that's maybe what 400 mil. It's about just bigger than a can.
The cup I have at home is 2 of those. So I'm
So
allowing
if you're
2 of
working
those.
out, if you
so
have,
that's 4 at
so
home.
you think you have how many?
I've had 4 at home today, and I will have had about 8 at work, give or take, from the double espressos topped up with cold. Because I've had the first one I got in.
So
and
work
then-
it out on an average cup then.
Oh no, the 2 double espressos is that size. Topped up with cold, it's basically a mug's worth. And that crap from the
I won't
machine's
tell
barely
you
coffee.
how many I can fit in my mug because mine's a double espresso, a single espresso, and a hot chocolate.
Yeah,
I mean,
you've got
why
one of
you
those
putting-
big, those
why you
big
putting an
thermos
X in
ones.
it?
Because I'm X, aren't
No. You're a
I?
dick.
I for an X.
You're a dick. With your bloody espresso. Don't be putting hot chocolate in as well. Sugary. Sugary. Really
I need
bad.
something to get through. I need something to kickstart my day. I need something to fuel my day. I need something to get through.
Talk about the coffee diet.
People.
Have a banana for fuck's sake.
I have a banana at 5:15.
And to be
Before
fair,
I go to the gym.
how many of those big mugs of mine would I have on a weekend and things over a day normally?
Oh shit.
Oh, sweet
I'm
Jesus.
talking like 1 every hour and a half maybe. On a good
And each
day.
one of those is about 2 mugs, 2 cups.
Ed, you should really test yourself and see how long you can go without having a coffee.
I'll be
'Cause
honest, I'm feeling a bit queasy as it is.
That's really
without,
bad.
but it's fine.
That's for your insides. It's probably
They're
beneficial.
probably galvanised now, don't worry.
I'm going to say, actually, I think it's helped.
Galvatron.
You've not voiced Byron anymore.
No, that
but-
is my
No,
diet.
ours not.
It's fine.
Yeah, but every now and again you'll supplement it with, a
3
nice
large McDonald's.
double
ones.
helping meal at McDonald's. So,
Yeah. 3 large meals from
He eats
McDonald's. It's perfectly
eats
acceptable.
like once, twice a week, and otherwise lives on coffee and fags.
I eat once a day. And
Welcome to my life.
Survive on coffee, and that was how I. So the November thing, I managed to do like the first week. I was like super gung ho, and then I just came off the rails because I was like, well, Tom's not doing it, and it's boring. But then, for like certainly, it's probably the last 10 days. I was super on it, and then I got to the last 3 days, and I had £3 to lose in 3 days. And on the first day, I lost £1, and I was like, cool. And on the second day, I lost nothing. And on the third day, I lost nothing, and was like, why do I bother? Why do I bother with all this rubbish? So at that point, I'd lost like £12 or something, and was like, oh man, I'm not going to do it. And I said to Tom, I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be really disappointed. He's like, at that point, he's like, you've lost £11 in a month. It's like, yeah, but I would have succeeded. I would have done it.
I've not got my full stone, and that was the mission: lose a stone.
And to edit that story for public consumption, I did in fact manage to complete November by losing a stone.
Did you go and have a really big shit? I'm just asking how you got rid of that last pound.
Did he shit £1?
Yeah,
It was £2 actually.
there you go.
You didn't sort of cut off a limb or something, did you?
No, Ed was right.
He went and had a massive shit. Oh, I've often thought about having a before and after weighing measure sometimes. I think, no, I'm not going to
I
stoop
had
to
a
this.
poorly tummy on the last day,
And it
but
cleared
it was quite beneficial in the end.
the supermodel technique, yes.
So, of the things left on the agenda, I'll save some stuff next time. We've got.
We must be pretty far in now.
That's what she said.
Did she?
Did you see the hashtag?
Who
we
did?
used
When was
earlier?
this?
This is your fault.
That's what she said.
What did she say?
Who was that, Edward?
Who said it? When did he say
We're
it?
going to turn this all on its head.
So we can talk about the TV show that I've watched in the last week. We can talk about the world of reviews and how they have changed in the last X amount of time. Talk about Saturday Night Live 40th anniversary, escaping to the internet in the 90s versus escaping to the real life now. There's one for you there. Paul,
Internet.
Can you imagine how good it would be if you had to dial into real life?
I was going to say, I do miss that
Sorry,
noise.
you
It'd be
can't-
good if you actually
You
had
can't
that.
get into real life at the moment because your parents are using the phone.
Paul, one for you. We'll talk about the video that I watched of that was pictures of 10 wrestlers moments before the
I
time.
think we're going to have to bring that up just so Kayleigh's got something to chime in on this.
Chucky, she's been talking all the way through.
Oh, bits and pieces, but you wait till you see the passion in her voice when she talks about wrestlers.
Ed, one for you. Tyson Fury versus Devontae Wilder.
Right, now no one give him anything and let's see if he can work out what that is.
Can I have that again? Sorry, Tyson?
Tyson Fury versus Devontae Wilder.
Deontay.
What he said.
The boxing.
Tyson Fury,
What?
Devontae Wilder. I kind of want to guess Tyson is a boxer, an existing one. Fury is a character from Avengers. And the
This
name...
Tyson you
What
speak of.
was the second name?
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay and Wilder. Wilder was Iceman in Thingy. And I've never heard of Deontay.
Very descriptive.
Top Gun. Van Wilder. No.
Van Wilder was someone in Top Gun. I'm almost
his
certain
name?
it wasn't.
No, it was Anthony Edwards.
Who played Iceman?
No, that was Val Kilmer.
Val
Played
Kilmer,
Iceman.
wrong name.
I just want
bollocks.
to know what image of
Yeah, no.
Tyson you've got in your head.
I actually don't know what it looks like. I just know that. I just.
Kilmer.
All I
So, just to
actually.
clarify, he was getting Van Wilder and
Which one's Van
Val
Wilder?
Kilmer.
Which one's Van
Confused.
Wilder?
That's a part of your years on film.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
You've not seen it. I tried to make you watch it, but you were.
I've never seen it.
Incredible.
Do you want to guess what? Do you want to guess what that topic is?
I'm assuming Tyson Fury is like a name for his boxing, and the other guy is a different boxer, and they're having a fight.
For
it
fuck's
was a
sake, why has he worked it out
It
well?
was a boxing match. Ed, that
But
happened at
I was going to say, I'm sure his name isn't Tyson. It's Mike Tyson.
No,
the
it's
guy's
Tyson
name
Fury.
is
Tyson.
Tyson.
Tyson's like a million years old.
Tyson Fury. First name Tyson. Last name Fury.
So no relation to Nick.
Mike.
Sadly not.
So who's the other guy?
Deontay Wilder.
Is he good?
Well,
He's
he won.
He was
Oh, so it's too late to put a bet on.
win.
I thought it was a draw.
Oh, it was a draw. It was a draw.
I don't know how I
do
know.
remember.
Little boys
from the corner. I thought it was a draw.
It was a draw. I forget about that.
I've never understood how you can draw in boxing. Surely it
There's one
finishes when
judge-
one of them isn't moving.
One judge scored it for Fury. One judge scored it for Wilder, and the other
Right.
judge
Paul,
scored it.
if we sat here decided you and me were going to have a fight, I wouldn't have them go, you know, guys, we're bored of this, we're going to score
That'd
it.
have to be on the.
As far as I'm concerned, it will be finished when one of us is on the floor not moving. That is the end of the fight. Otherwise, it's
Problem
not
you've
a
got.
fight.
Problem you've got is the up to the point that one of them went down. The one that went down was winning, and that's where you draw from.
So why did he go down?
Because he got fucking knocked out.
Then the other guy should have won.
He didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down.
No.
Then the other guy won. Dude, I don't understand
my
this
last
anyway.
subject is one that Paul suggested: early Christmas.
Fucking early Christmas.
See,
Early Christmas. That'll be August, yeah.
it's July, isn't it?
Probably something like that.
To be fair, I'm going to give this year something. I didn't see anything about Christmas till after Halloween.
In that case, you
I'm-
are blind.
Quite possibly, but this year
The last
everything seemed to
subject,
happen at a
eyesight.
sensible time for once in his life.
Maybe it's all the coffee. Maybe he's blind from all the
I
coffee.
suppose as well is that you've got your when's Black Friday because that feels like the
Day after Thanksgiving.
I know when is it though? Is it the
It's done.
middle of November? Is it?
26.
Thanksgiving is usually the second to last week in November.
So because it felt like retailers were kind of spinning up to bloody Black Friday, so pure import, of course, and then now it's Christmas, so it feels like Black Friday's at this
Black
like
Friday
middle.
was really shit this year.
It's been shit every year.
Do you mean the Black Tag weeks, and then they did Cyber
yeah.
Monday, to which nothing was actually
Cyber
different.
Monday
and-
went on for something like 11 days.
But
Yeah.
it's for Amazon in particular, it just feels like getting rid of their old stock.
Well, to be fair,
We've got a warehouse full of shit. Let's sell that guy.
But they've done it every year. It's
well,
been
my
shit every year
irritation
with
on
them.
that though was Amazon. I was looking with the Black Tag deals because we don't really get a Black Friday. We get like a week of savings, which aren't as good as a Black Friday sale. 7% off doesn't exist here. We get 20% off for a week.
But these stuff,
But
like,
yeah,
are
I went
20%
on-
off anyway a lot of the time. This is why
Well,
we
I
keep
went looking
fucking
for a new telly in bits and pieces, and I fished around Amazon. And I thought, well, that's not bad. Maybe, I think I'd rather actually go look at a telly though to make sure it's the right size. Went to Curry's, same fucking prices. I thought, this is shit. Amazon, you're normally good to me about cutting me a bit of cost, or at least getting me it tomorrow.
Amazon's price match
And
though,
they just-
a lot of the time.
Yeah, they're really letting me down at the minute.
So Curry, you're probably looking at it the wrong way around. In that Curry's probably discounted a telly, and Amazon's like, "Oh, we'll discount it at some price."
Well, the problem is, I know Curry's probably upped the price 6-7% before they discounted it to make it seem better than it probably was. But other than that, They all
Considering
got- they
that,
all
I
got
know
in
they
trouble
go
for that
ape
well.
shit for it over in America, and we've kind of
Yeah.
imported
So-
the day, but without any of the
So
the good stuff.
The concept.
everybody's
Yeah.
seen the videos by now. The different countries. So they show England, they show France, they show Germany, and then they show America. And it's like England, the doors open and people walk in. France, Germany, all
or in
the
one
same.
particular video, the doors open and one guy walks in.
Yeah, and then America, the doors open and a flood of rage zombies go in. You see people stab each other over TVs in America because they couldn't get that TV
Pulling
the
hair
day
and
before
fighting.
for $30 less. It's awful to
Yeah.
see.
I'm assuming the discount must be pretty deep though in America for it to be worth
Paul's probably the best
dealing with that
knowledge on
horseshit.
Some of them are ridiculous. I think some of them give up to 90% off. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
one of the years with the
Yeah.
PS3,
Well,
and it was early release, they dropped the price by something like 70%. It was
Something crazy.
dirt cheap.
But I was looking at consoles because I was kind of in the market for a Switch, and yeah, it had maybe 20 quid
There's
off.
still so
The problem
much.
is, yeah, no,
there's still so much life in your Wii U. Would you get a Switch for?
Andy, you can't
You
laugh.
can probably write in the dust on the Wii U now. Kill me.
Don't put me through.
Father, love me.
Oh man, is that the hated child? It's awful.
The ginger stepchild.
Yeah.
Whoa! Why has it got to be a ginger stepchild?
Keep me out of this. I'm halfway there. You're
Guinness.
most of the way there, and she's entirely there.
Halfway there. Most of the way there. I actually have a brother who has ginger hair.
Do he look like you?
Do your parents? Would you swap? Would your parents swap a Wii U for him?
What
Are you one of those involuntary
ginger
workers?
person in your house?
Over a Wii U? I don't know. It's
I mean, to be fair,
Would you trade your Wii U for an involuntary
he's a
worker?
35-year-old man with a son of his own and a wife, so you'd have to take all.
So
three of them.
actually,
That's a
so
lot
he's
of-
actually getting three
a lot of
things for
baggage.
one.
Yeah, a lot of baggage. I'll keep the Wii U and I'll just look at it and be like, what are you for?
Why are you here?
It could be the best looking doorstop you've ever owned.
But either way, I say looking at the Switch
I
and
don't know, there's some pretty cool doorstops you can get. You get like that wooden one with the mouse, the carved mouse on
Oh,
it.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think there was like 20 quid off a Switch and maybe 20 quid off a PS4 Pro, and I was like,
It's not enough. Yeah.
Isn't it enough?
it's like, yeah, okay, I wouldn't mind a PS4 Pro, but you need to offer me more than a tiny bit off.
Yeah, the
And
thing
if you
is,
think about,
if you're
like-
going to sway someone who's been teetering on the side, you need to knock enough money to make them go, you know what, actually go on then. If that's
I
cheap
think
enough.
knocked 100
it's not
quid
that.
off it.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not?
Hell, I'd buy it second.
It's that thing, isn't it? That
Basically, the sale value of these consoles in the UK is never going to drop the price of it lower than that of a second-hand unit. So the second-hand
But the
unit
whole point
price
of a
will
Black
come
Friday
down.
sale, it probably should do. That's the whole point of these sales. They've got to be deep. You can't just like throw a very meagre saving my way and expect me to jump on it.
It should.
this year was notably the
Don't-
worst.
I don't know. It's been. I don't think any of them have been good. Last year wasn't good either.
I can't remember us having a really
I feel
great
like
one.
I bought at least something last year where I don't even think I looked.
I was in the market for a monitor as well on Amazon. We're like, do you want a monitor at 20% off? It's like I've seen it cheaper on Amazon like this year, let
Yeah.
alone.
And like where we work, we can get discounts
Limited
through
Black Friday
things,
deal,
like-
10%. Sure, it was 50 last week.
Yeah,
I thought about
like,
it then.
We can get discount like Argos, we can get discount at various different places. Sometimes we can get better discount just by using a discount code that we can get through work
Yeah.
than going onto Amazon and going, oh, it's ever so slightly cheaper.
I know how retailers do it. It's all just to drum up like sales, but all it seems to do is it's just warehouse clearance to me. That's all it is. It's garbage. I looked and I thought maybe this year it'll be good now.
I did miss a trick. I got various things in my Amazon basket, and one of them's the Jurassic Park game,
The new Jurassic Evolution.
and they did reduce that by a hefty chunk.
It's not very good though, is it?
They've improved in the most recent update where they've put better AI mechanics in around the dinosaurs and their herding
I heard
functions.
middling
it's-
things.
The problem is, it is exactly what I wanted it. An upgraded version of the original theme park version they made, Operation Genesis. And it does exactly what it says on the tin. I get to make a park, I get to breed dinosaurs, I get to look at them. It is pretty dull after that.
I thought
it's
you could like release all the dinosaurs into the park.
You can. And that actually let me down a bit. Because there is one staple animation for every dinosaur. Basically, it finds a person, that person stops, stands still and goes like this.
Salute, Paul.
Not straight up.
And then realises there's a dinosaur behind it, runs forward and falls over, and the dinosaur just walks over and goes, that was fun. And that really let me down. The poor amount of work they put into the people being eaten scene, or even eating other dinosaurs scene, it was just...
They should have got
It was
in
lacking.
touch with the people that make Tomb Raider, and
'Cause the
they
actual-
could have done some real death scenes for them.
Oh, God, yeah.
The
actual
gentleman,
game-
in the corner.
Go on then.
You talk about this as if it's like a Jurassic Park build your own dinosaur park, yeah?
It is exactly that.
You're saying there's an option you've got to release the dinosaurs into the park.
Yes,
Will
because
this
it's your
not be
park.
the equivalent of in Roller Coaster Tycoon building a bit of
And taking
roller
the end of the
coaster without a
track
bit of
off.
track?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then it crashes and you just see all the people fall to a fiery death and everyone.
or in the
Yeah.
or in the Sims, taking the stairs off the pool so they all swim around the
Seriously,
ground.
one of my mate's brothers used to play The Sims, and what he used to do was he'd
Put them in a room with
he'd build a room that was 1 square by 1 square by 1 square by 1 square,
And then put a person in.
with windows on each wall. Drop a person into it, and then build another room on the outside that had no windows on the outside, but there was like 2 square foot. Or so basically, all they could do was walk around it and look at the person inside.
Yeah.
And then they all go insane.
Yeah,
That's what it was
that
a
was
cruelty
basic-
simulator.
The Sims is
Quick
great.
question
You
with the,
start off seriously, you get them a job, you're doing everything right, he's got a family, God, I'm really proud of my little guy.
And then you realise how boring
Let's
it is.
kill him.
Yeah.
Quick question: the thing with the stairs on the swimming pool.
Yeah,
They did remove that later
Was it not
on.
a case of there was like, oh, I can just get out this one?
Stand
No,
up
that's.
and
I'm
climb.
No,
confused.
the original Sims, they couldn't do it. They could only get out with ladders. So they did just swim around. Eventually, they just sort of stop and drop.
The original Sims is really old though now.
Yeah.
Remember?
And
So-
the
Is it
more
still
recent
making that
ones.
game?
yeah,
Sims
of course they are.
4.
It's a massive.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so the original Sims, you bought it, you got patio stuff, you got lots of variations, walls, all sorts of interesting things with it, just on its own. And then they released actual add-ons, which gave you extra shit. This one has given you half of the original Sims game, and then build you extra for the patio stuff, such as the
Who
hot
published The Sims?
tubs. EA.
Of course, it was fucking EA.
You are right into Sam's little spot there, Ed. Oh,
Thing
Edward.
is, that's when Sims 1
I was like,
was when EA
no,
did
he's done
DLC or add-ons as an
Activated
actual
my
add-on,
track, yeah.
and you actually got something for your money. And now The Sims 4 reeks of current EA DLC.
Oh yeah, EA, old EA,
Quality.
they were definitely real.
I have bought
champions,
virtually all of The Sims 4 DLC stuff, mostly through work. Courtesy of them.
Another sort of quick
Great.
question then: was The Sims built off the back of Sim City?
No.
It was by Maxis, so it was the same.
So what was the idea of Sim City? Build
Was
Same
it so
idea.
that you build a city? The Sims presumably
God, what was
is
the
a
name of the
city.
Sounds well shit.
What, you need to put like water and power in and
Gonna
stuff?
say, you had to actually line up
This is
the
one
towers.
of
They generally did one called Sim Ant. You had to make an ant colony.
This sounds worse than when you had theme park, and
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
case of right. I'm a little bit low on money. I'll make my chips extra salty, so that people have to go and buy more
Yeah,
drinks, and I'll fill my drinks with ice, so people have to buy more drinks because they run out of drinks faster.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
can't games just be simple like that?
I think they are to some degree. I think
I'd
that's
say
quite.
they're not far off that.
No,
Well, we could all play Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
we're absolutely not going to be playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Fine.
I haven't played it. So.
I refuse.
You would love it.
I would fucking not.
You would love
Why?
it. Every solution to every problem is gay sex.
So,
It piques his interest.
is it an
You would
interactive
love
game?
it.
I thought we agreed we weren't going to talk about that sort of thing.
Is it an interactive game?
It can be.
There's no VR version if that's what you're after.
Basically, if I
Well,
stand
then tell me
behind you,
before
hold
you
the
get-
control in front nice and tight and hope for the rumble.
Not seeing this particular, not seeing it, Paul.
Are you saying that you're not the wall, you're the plug?
Yes.
Are you picturing that kid running at the wall now? I knew it.
The bummer rather than the bummy.
I don't think it's called a bummy, is it?
The reach arounder as opposed to the reached.
Doug Reacher.
I mean, regardless, you would have to give a reach around. That's just.
I'm
polite.
assuming that's
It's common
determined
courtesy.
as the
It's
person.
just polite.
Common courtesy.
Are we now going
I'm
to
assuming
discuss
this
when
actually-
it's officially gay again? It's only gay if you do it with the lights on. Is that
I
right?
believe it's when the balls touch.
Ah, is that it? Show us some others.
Was there anything in that last sort of 2 minutes that we really want to keep in? So we might as well say it again now.
I'm just going to cut all that out.
No, we're not. We're keeping it
I'm not. I'm leaving it in. But...
because it's
That's what he said.
blatantly.
Yay! Ooh.
Blatantly
That's
gay.
also what he said.
So anyway, next on your agenda, go on.
So, nobody picked anything.
What
I
was
did.
supposed
I
to be-
tried. I did say let's talk about the wrestling, so Kayleigh could join into this and chuck in her 2 cents of
Well,
knowledge.
the only thing about the wrestling thing was that the only one I can remember was the first one.
Well,
There
CV.
was that picture of you and Ultimate Warrior, moments before he died.
Well, let's just have Paul and Kayleigh recite all of the dead wrestlers they can remember.
Oh, Jesus
We'll be
Christ.
here for fucking
Do you know what would be quicker?
ages.
All the ones that are still alive.
You're right. Let's do it better.
Why do wrestlers keep
Paul,
dying?
can you do it in?
Alright, gotcha.
Can you do it in reverse alphabetical order and make sound to
Okay,
indicate which guy?
So, right,
The tiny hole in his fucking sleeve.
I can do this.
Because all
I
the
can do
sounds are
this.
just going to be.
Eddie Guerrero, could you put a toothbrush in your mouth while you do it?
Oh no, that's mean.
Sorry.
What does that mean?
He died brushing his teeth.
Because he was 30.
His heart exploded in his chest.
So he's not the guy who killed his family.
No.
Right, Eddie Carrera.
So that's the first one on that.
I mean,
on the thing.
I love that.
That's what I was going to go there too. To be
His
honest,
name is
so-
now Eddie Carrera, apparently.
So the first picture
R.I.P. Eddie
on,
Carrera.
on the 10 wrestlers
tell me, we're all
moments
laughing,
before
I
they
don't get
died was...
Do we get to guess them?
I don't know, I can't remember. There
Well,
was,
get it up then.
there
I
was,
think get the icon
Ultimate,
you
there was
from.
Ultimate Warrior, there was Macho Man Randy Savage, there was Chris Benoit.
Randy Macho Man Savage and the Cage of Death.
Oh, Roddy Roddy Piper.
I'm guessing
Owen
he...
Hart.
He looks...
Owen?
Heart.
Yeah, Owen Hart.
Test. You forgot Test.
How did Tess die, though?
I can't
Was it
remember.
memorable?
I think he just had he was a drug overdose, maybe.
Something like that.
So short of the
China?
guy who murdered his family and then
It's
himself.
Oh yeah, China's dead.
China, I think-
Who have actually had interesting deaths as
She
opposed
died.
to steroid abuse based deaths?
Just she went
Mystery
Completely.
Lane.
I think she was
Oh,
potentially
really?
a drug overdose.
She
as well.
was.
Although,
bear
they
in
did
mind,
the,
bear
they
in
did-
mind, this comes off the back of pictures of the moments before death.
They did the
But
toxicology.
the worst one has to be the Chris Benoit one. Because obviously Chris Benoit is always going to be synonymous with the way he died and
Yeah.
everything.
Please
that
tell
ran
me he
up
was
to it.
holding like a I love my family hashtag poster or something really inappropriate.
Worse.
Sorry.
There is a picture of Chris Benoit
It's giving me really evil looks.
in his
too much for
therapist's
Paul.
office hours before.
He just,
Oh,
yeah, I'm going to kill my family.
It's a long weekend. So yeah, it's like, wow, that's terrifying to look at.
Yeah. But on the plus side, it does advertise the potential risks around concussions and these stupid things, and it's probably helped the American football leagues go, you know what, before our players start doing this, we should probably reconsider. Because
I'm
they've
sure the bucket loads of money they earn might be able to soften the blow somewhat.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
the
something
NFL offered $1 billion to the concussion trust thing, and it was turned down
Really?
because it doesn't equate to anywhere near enough money.
So the official cause of China's death, a report of her autopsy was released in December 2016. Jodie Laura was her actual name, died on April 20th of an overdose of alcohol combined with the anxiety drugs diazepam and nordazepam,
Is that a suicide then?
painkillers oxycodone,
That was just stupid.
an oxymorphone, and sleeping aid temazepam. So I'm assuming it's like an accidental overdose.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Is
I
it?
don't know, that was quite
The
a list. That
alcohol.
seems quite deliberate.
But her picture was her on like a exercise machine in like workout gear and stuff. It was like,
Which I think would indicate probably not a suicide then.
I don't
Not
know, trying to
necessarily.
get the heart rate up, metabolize it quicker, kill it faster. It could have been that.
but yeah, I mean, it was like.
That sounds quite grisly. I mean, obviously it's grisly, but it sounds grislier even than I was expecting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of interested, but I kind of don't want to look at it at the same sort of time.
It was haunting. It was a haunting sort of thing. I put it on because, it's kind of interesting, and I was shocked not by the fact that Chris Benoit was on there. I expected that he would be on, but he was first. It was just like number one. Chris Benoit was like, Jesus Christ, straight in off the bat, because it's,
He's the most notable. He's the one.
Sadly, he is. Like,
The problem is most of them
Jimmy
seem to be
Snooker, because obviously that's a whole.
his was different.
thing
I think he
is-
just died. He sort of died of like old age or
Yeah, so the problem for a lot of them is that
But there was
their
a
deaths have all
picture of
been
him. But what was the picture?
quite self-contained. Whereas
him on his
guy-
way into court.
Well, that's the thing. He died when he was halfway through a court case.
Yeah.
What got him?
He killed someone. It was never proven because he died, but
And obviously it was covered up by certain people.
The suspicion might be that he actually did do it. But the death, the actual death though, was it a vaguely natural cause?
His?
Steroid? Yeah, so
It was quite
what killed
old.
him?
I think he had cancer.
I think it was a
Wow, so he should be at the bottom of the list for the dullest then.
all the video was.
I don't
was
think it was.
pictures
Like, I
of
don't think it was
wrestlers.
like best deaths by
Oh
wrestlers.
right.
Rate
Top
your
10
favourite
WWE
wrestler death.
Favourite wrestling deaths.
I'll be honest, that's exactly what I thought you'd found. When you said the
No,
10
it was
minutes,
just-
I genuinely thought this was ranked by severity of their death.
Pictures of 10 wrestlers moments before they died.
Hey,
Like
okay.
Roddy Piper is a picture of him, like it was a full like face picture, and he's got like a bloody nose, but he was on a film set.
Yeah.
And that was moments before he died.
You see, a lot of them are all based at the same death, so the reason they put the other bloke at the top is because his stands out from all the others because of what he did before killing himself.
If I'd have been doing it, I'd have probably done it. I'd have done him last. I'd have put him in the last one because
But
everybody's expected it. So why would you give it up first? But
because for those that don't know that story or haven't heard it, that's more engaging, and then they might keep reading. Oh, I wonder how the rest of them got it. Oh,
I
really
think most
boring.
people who be on that sort of thing is probably aware of it.
I am. That's the one I do actually know about that one.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know nothing about it, and I still know about it. It was a massive
the,
news story.
The reason I was going to say about Jimmy Snuka was the fact that they talk about that he's a Hall of Fame wrestler, but obviously Chris Benoit isn't.
Yeah, but he was put in the Hall of Fame before all this stuff came out about him.
And then they just decided to remove him?
No, as far as I'm aware, he's still in there.
He is a Hall of Fame wrestler.
Okay.
That's the point. Is Hulk Hogan now he's back in it?
He's been reinstated.
He's been
to the Hall of
reinstated,
Fame.
has he?
Why was he removed from the Hall
There
of
was
Fame?
videos
Massive
of him
racism.
making racial slurs.
Massive racism.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way of
And then
describing
he
it.
came
actually.
back. That was all forgotten about. And
I don't think people have forgotten about it.
oh,
No,
not
it's
forgotten
still a
about
bit. It's still a bit up in the air, but he has been.
I think that's always going to be a thing that people are going to now associate kind of with Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
Sadly,
yeah.
so yeah.
We were having this
Roseanne
chat
Barrett.
earlier, though, to do with Roseanne.
Yeah,
They
Roseanne lost the job.
rebooted it and literally cancelled the series because of a remark she made. That I read and went, you don't send that. I don't think... I'm trying to figure out
It was
whether
bizarre.
people...
The whole thing she said was really bizarre.
Yeah.
It was just a stupid remark. I can't decide if people make these comments thinking this will get me some publicity and then go, bollocks, that went a bit further. I thought it would.
in this
There's no
day and
such
age,
thing
it's
as bad publicity,
Exact-
but in actual fact, there is.
Yeah.
And
this is the problem, I
certainly now, sort of your Twitter outrage culture,
Groups.
you just wouldn't even attempt it, would you? You
Yeah,
would
it's just-
keep it to yourself.
Look at James.
People have to
James
be so.
made some
People have to be so
inappropriate
careful.
But he
jokes.
made some inappropriate comments about a decade ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
and
that's...
still got done for it.
And we had this
lost
chat.
his job.
We had this chat
So-
about the whole penalising him for what was acceptable at the time. You know,
I would say it was an off-colour joke, and I can see why Disney don't want to be associated with it.
I
But it was a decade ago.
I guarantee Abraham Lincoln will have used the N-word in his time, but we don't peg him as a racist.
This wasn't like
You know,
the 19th
for what he
century.
did it back in the day. I'm just saying, it's taken out of context. And I'd say
I think
that's
he was
what
treated
happened.
unfairly for what
Yeah.
it's worth.
The gun thing
I
is
can
very
also
similar.
understand why. It's just Disney being hypocrites, so because if Disney have also
They're not the most squeaky clean
exactly.
companies. Let's not get on to
Yeah,
the
we had
founding
this chat as
father.
well. We've
Yeah.
had this chat. Yeah, good times.
but
Any
I'm
other-
sure James
any
Gunn
other
won't
dead
come to any
wrestlers?
harm. I'm sure he'll get plenty of offers of work elsewhere.
Any
he's
other
got
good dead
to DC,
wrestlers,
hasn't he?
Paul?
That was
Any
it.
other good dead wrestlers you got there?
That was loads.
Any ones that you just think, we're going to have to mention them? Yeah.
None that have,
Andre the Giant was one of them
yeah, but he just died. Of,
He just died
because he was
He was massive.
massive.
he had giantism, and
Gigantism, whatever it is.
acromegaly, I think it's called.
But again, it was just pictures of wrestlers moments before they died, and he was at some like a publicity event.
Yeah, his heart just stopped working.
But,
Because he
don't
was
people
so
with
big.
that condition though? They do live shorter lives.
Oh,
Generally,
yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
I think a lot of the extreme sport people
45.
do. And they are in a...
There's a really good documentary about him that HBO did.
Mm.
And it's
That
very,
got a
very
lot of traction. A lot of people were talking about it at the time because they talking about because he used to play a lot of cards backstage. He used to play poker non-stop, and didn't like it when people walked in. It was like the games were very serious games.
Well, it was. I don't think that was necessarily about the cards. It was literally just the fact that he didn't think anyone that wasn't a part of the sort of wrestler fraternity should be snooping around backstage.
Yeah.
So he tended to get a little bit annoyed when people would come through the curtain. And you're not going to really argue with the guy who's coming at you who's like twice the size of you. And he used to be in The Princess Bride.
Very true.
Oh, I know the character you mean.
I've never even seen the film.
Oh, it's a terribly good film.
It's a great film.
Because it's so crap, it's great.
It's a genuinely
I
excellent
made you
film,
watch
I would
it.
say.
I
But
can't remember.
I know.
well,
It was filmed on
Say the
Earth
words.
Giant.
Say the words.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying.
I think you fucking do know what you're supposed to be saying. A truly great film, otherwise known as a...
Stone Cold Classic.
There we go.
It is a Stone Cold classic.
You had to
You
rank
think
out
a
of
guy would
5.
know his own fucking catchphrase, wouldn't you? Jeez.
I've not used it in a while. The thing is, because you mocked it soft, I've tried to avoid using it. So
Unless I'm not
Give it a
there.
score out of, from 0 to 9.8.
That catchphrase. Stone Cold Classic, isn't it? It gets a 7.85 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like James trying to give things 3.5.
oh, like a dog fucker would.
I tried to explain to Leanne the other day that she falls into that category. She didn't see the funny side of it.
What, because you called her a dog?
I'm sorry, you
I
called
didn't realise you were a
called the
dog
pregnant lady a dog fucker and she didn't laugh? Wonder why.
Yes, yeah, that
But when you explain it, you're like, oh, it's because I don't use complete integers when I'm rating things.
But if
That
you have
does,
to,
I
if you
probably
have
do
to
fuck
explain it,
dogs,
it's
yeah.
not fun.
Oh, that's
You
how
can't-
I had sex with that
I'll be
dog.
honest.
That's what you must be talking
I can't account how many times I said, do you have to use a decimal in that? And you're going, you're right, I should take my penis out of this animal. Yeah, it always happens. It just comes up in casual conversation,
I mean,
actually, now you say it.
correlation is not causation. We all know that. But 100% of people who rate
Rate films with a decimal factor are dog fuckers.
Have had penetrative sex with a family pet.
He has very
Would
strong
agree.
opinions on this.
I would say that's a strong opinion.
It's alright though, because just give it 2 weeks and he'll give some sort of film a 7.2 out of 10 or something like that.
By
Like
accident.
a wanker.
Just make that little
Like a-
mistake.
sorry,
Just slip
like
out
a
there. I didn't
dog
mean
fucker.
0.2. I didn't mean 0.2. I agree
I
with...
made my views on this clear before.
7 on 10, let's make love.
What?
That's the weirdest proposition
What?
I've ever heard.
Well,
How
that's
did
not-
that get you a girlfriend?
That's what oh,
Was that the chat-up line?
I really hope so.
7 on 10. Let's
Actually, I was like, oh, I could do with a guy with brain damage. You're the one for me.
Oh, I love a project, me. I can fix it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, she'd have absolutely loved that.
Oh, she would have loved that.
She's not dead. Let's try out.
I sustain based on the fact I still haven't met her. I think she's made out.
Thomas said
You
that
haven't
he was
met her because she spends a lot of time in Canada. Jesus, Ed, come on.
I assumed it was because she was foldable.
Is
In the way
Canada-
Andy, Mr. Sam here was
Is
considered
Canada the
foldable
name
and
for
therefore
the
locked in a
dungeon
basement.
underneath my house?
And that's the one.
Tom has confirmed that she is real, though.
To be fair, so is Emma. So is Emma.
But he confirmed that while stuffing a large brown envelope into his pocket. I don't
I was
think
going to
there's
say,
any
but they are very
connection
close to him, therefore might just be protecting him.
They wouldn't.
I was
there.
gonna say,
They would be the
Really
first
would.
to throw
have you met
Emma,
Tom and his
Lie
cigarette
about
mouth?
my girlfriend, or I will
lay in at
house
the
sit
first
your dog.
opportunity.
Tom, I'd sell my mother for a box of candy or something like that.
Tom loves his mum.
He does.
He loves his mum a lot.
And quite right he should. She's
As
a
he should.
wonderful woman.
Big shout out to Di.
I've never met the one, I'm not doing that.
You should.
Um,
You should treat yourself. It's a joy.
Oh, I don't know, 1 quid in my life is definitely enough.
How do you know until you've experienced more than 1 quid?
Because 1 quid is definitely more than enough. That,
You only say
that
that
boy,
because he's really tall.
yeah, he is a lot to take in.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Like a skyscraper.
I'm just saying he's a, sizable bloke. He's a lot to deal with. One might
Here's
even
a
say
lot
he's
to
hard to
take
handle.
Here's a handful.
There you go.
A Zweihander.
I love how you're just
Acclaimable.
raising the eyebrows at the one camera that can see you the least. There you go, aim at that one. That's good. You can see that insinuative eyes.
I'm good at aiming at the camera. What?
You've got quite good expressive eyebrows, actually. Give us another wiggle. Go on. Ooh. Oh, one at a time, Jesus. Can we paint them black to make them really stand out?
No.
Still like a big bit of cell tape on or something to.
I'm not a cat.
Or a child. Paint eyebrows on a bit
Can
of
you
his.
imagine if you were a cat, you'd be allergic to yourself?
We've already had this chat. We know he is because he's a pussy. Yeah. That joke went down really well with you on WhatsApp. I didn't think it got down great here. You never did explain how you get away with that one, though.
I don't know what the fuck you're on about, Ed, so that's probably...
How you're not allergic to yourself because you're such a pussy. No.
It's probably like sex everything more.
To which then my... All I know
Oh, God, no!
Don't say it to fucking Ed.
No, that's fine. You
Somebody's
said
getting
it.
a phone call
from his mum. It's on record. It's on record, so we can now take it to his mother.
No, I
Get her to record it.
I'm going to test it.
He's going to take it to his mum and be like, Mum, just look what my friend said about you.
I just want to test it.
Do you have anything in written retort, mother?
Well, based on that comment, I would like you to describe the shape of my mother, please. I'm just going to quiz you now. I'm going to have to
Classic
confirm
pear.
this. Please, come on.
Classic pear.
Classic pear, would you say?
Classic pear.
Classic pear. Bit more, please, come on.
Which is
Describe it. A lovely
Is she
pear.
a classic hourglass?
She has breasts.
No, I'm serious. Are we an hourglass or is she a trapezoid or what? What sort of shape are we talking
Trapezoid?
here?
Is that another
Pear.
Pokemon?
She's a pear shape, is she? Would you say pear shape's fair?
Classic pear.
Oh, you see, I'd argue on that. I'm pretty sure diamond, as in there's all hips, man. All hips.
I would say that's pear shaped though. If I was like,
Do
it
you
was
know,
all
all I
hips,
can
yeah.
think of is now.
No,
is
'cause
his
legs go down to
thing
the bottom,
from
I'm
earlier
pretty
about
sure.
fuck tank.
There you go, Paul. If you'd said that, I'd have accepted your answer and gone, Daddy. What shape is she? She's fuctangular. Oh. No. Yeah, I do not believe you
So,
have
If you
inserted
had
yourself in my
to,
mouth.
if you had to
I mean,
rate,
If I had to rate Ed's mum out of 10,
if you had to rate this podcast as the most off-topic podcast,
You'd have to give it...
7.9. What you said? 8.2.
Consider... Right, bear in mind before you make
if I was rating
there was no
dog
topic.
fucker, then yeah, I probably would. I'd probably just go with an 8, like a human being.
What? A 4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got you there.
Because of
He
the
does.
then.
He does have you there.
He's big fucker.
done, yeah.
Looks like I'm not the only
if
one
you're
who
giving
fucks
this
fine
rating out of 10
animals.
for
No,
being
'cause I'm
off
still using whole
topic,
integers.
there wasn't a topic. So this wasn't off topic.
No.
There was no topic.
Yeah, but we should have called it the dog fucking podcast.
I will save my other agenda items for our next talkie. I call this a talkie because we don't just sit and talk anymore. It makes
So
me
we've
sad.
got movie cast, zombie cast,
Talkiecast.
Talkiecast,
Techie-cast.
techie cast. Oh, they're a bit similar. That
Nufflecast.
chatty cast, maybe.
Yorkshire's #1 NFL podcast.
Another cast that is yet to be
Nufflecast.
recorded but is on the way.
TBD.
Nufflecast.
It suffers from TBD.
With your money, the Bluth family can eradicate TBD.
Graft versus host.
The
I'm
doctor
missing a
said if
joke
I take
there.
out the hair plugs, I'll be completely cured. There's a cure for this nonsense!
Oh, do you remember
Oh,
that was a
man.
good programme?
I tell you something, of all the people in this room, I think you would love Arrested Development. You would fucking love it.
I would love what?
Arrested Development.
Arrested.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it. To be
Hilarious.
honest.
It's really good.
Is it on Netflix? I think
It
it's
is on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's owned by Netflix now because the fourth series was done.
Yeah, but like years and years later, though, wasn't it? So,
Yeah, really,
It wasn't
bad
super.
decision.
I was going to say, he wasn't super well received, if I remember
It was
rightly.
fucking awful. If you compare it to the first 3 series, which were brilliant.
What's your
If you ever watched Archer, like
I
the
haven't
cast
yet.
of Arrested
I-
Development,
You love Archer as well.
I keep getting
The cast-
told this, so I haven't rushed to do it because I keep getting overhyped about it. So I don't
the
wanna
cast of
jump in
Arrested
too quick.
Development, literally, they picked themselves up and just went to Archer.
You should also watch The League. Mainly because...
You've mentioned that before as
But-
one of the only things you've ever seen.
But now, you should watch it because all you'll be doing is sitting there just going, I'm sure I know that voice. I'm sure I know that voice.
The cast of The League, they picked themselves up and went and did a animated show that you very much enjoy. On Netflix.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Netflix exclusive.
Oh, yes.
No,
Sorry,
Simpsons.
no
that's
one has enjoyed The
disenchantment.
Simpsons in
That's
20
disenchantment.
years.
Close.
Even Matt Groening. Especially Matt Groening.
PPD Paradise? What
Paradise PD.
Paradise PD, that's the name.
That was quite amusing.
Has anyone,
actually.
has anyone ever seen Brickleberry? Brickleberry is funny. It's the same guy who does Paradise PD.
You see, I quite like Paradise PD. It took a little to grow on me, but actually I did quite appreciate it, just for certain little one-liners and
BoJack
things.
Horseman.
Never
I've never seen that, but
yet.
a couple of my mates have
BoJack
said that's really
Horseman
funny.
is it's really good. It's quite funny. It's really good. It is possibly one of the darkest TV shows I have ever seen.
Yeah, I'm
and it
told I
just
have to watch
slips
that.
under the radar because it's animated.
What's
So,
the one who defends famous cartoons? There's one who...
Space Ghost?
No, he defends famous cartoons in law. I've seen a couple
Harvey
of...
Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Yes, I've seen a couple of those, and I really need to give that more
Harvey
of a go.
Birdman's great.
So, if it's in the same vein as the topic, what was the TV show you were going to bring up, and what was the point?
So I've been watching the Gymkhana Files on Amazon Prime.
Isn't Gymkhana some sort of horse-related nonsense?
Yes, it is.
Nonsense.
A gymkhana is usually a village-held event that gathers most of the towns or similar of the area in together, and they do horse jumping and similar nature.
There is a lot of horse in it. Unfortunately, the horse that's in it is horsepower. Gymkhana is something that the racing driver Ken Block does. I sent one to JK today because he was like, I don't know what that is. It's like, you do. So I sent one to him today. The one I sent him has had 34 million views on YouTube. That was Gymkhana 9. The Gymkhana Files is on Amazon Prime, and it is the behind the scenes of them making Gymkhana 10. It is very good, but it also features parts of Ken Block's racing career and the race team. And there's an episode where he decides. The thing I wanted to talk about was that he decides that he's not going to do the racing anymore, and it's them filming him telling his teammate that the team's been shut down, and basically this young lad, this racing driver, doesn't have a job anymore, and it's. You're sitting like, I'm not sure we should be watching this. I'm not sure this is right. Because he's like, yeah, so the team's not going to continue after the next race. Sorry. And then obviously he goes off and tells the entire team. But yeah, breaks it to the guy. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this. This is awful. And the young lad's like, okay. And you just see like the tears in his eyes. It's like, oh, that's really brutal. But yeah, it's quite downhill from there. Like every shoot that they go to after that is just like
Sounds like a laugh a minute.
I
train
was going to
wreck.
say, does sound like one to avoid at all costs.
They got the Ford Escort Cosworth, which in this day and age to get hold of one is now impossible.
To be honest, wouldn't know what you've just said.
It's something to do with a car.
right.
That's about all I gathered.
Racing stuff excites me the least of any items that have ever excited me.
So, Paul, you know how you talk NFL and I look really glazed over?
Yeah.
You've got that look in your eyes right now. I would like to welcome you to this side of the cast. Where
Yeah,
you
but
just think, what's
unfortunately,
going
that's
on?
because you're weird.
It's a good series, though, you're saying, is there?
I've enjoyed it. It is weekly. I
Doesn't
watched the
sound
first-
like my seat at all. But
No, so I dodge the
but-
news because I don't like the misery of that.
I don't watch the news either.
I love the news. Oh, that's a proper car crash.
What I would
I'm not
say
doing
is
that.
Let's do a Brexit cast.
God.
Never do a Brexit cast.
what I would say is that the
Theresa May is full of wonderful
The-
ideas.
the
Says
vehicle-
no one ever.
Oh, that's politics.
You've
isn't it?
broken the second
You've
rule!
broken the rule. We love Theresa May. Or hate her, whichever.
I definitely almost feel completely positively negatively towards the thought of maybe even thinking about the concept of her. What? Exactly. No idea.
She's a dick.
But also a lovely lady. Or not. Maybe. One of our political views. Who knows?
all I'll say is that you should treat yourself to looking up the Unicorn, which is a vehicle that was created for the Gymkhana and stuff. Treat yourself to looking up the Unicorn. It's a thing of beauty.
Unicorn.
And that's all.
Hornicon.
If anybody likes race car driving and driving cars ridiculously at stupid speeds, check out Gymkhana Files on Amazon Prime. I'm enjoying it.
Excellent. Or alternatively, you could watch All or Nothing.
The Wrestling Network.
All or Nothing on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's good as well.
Or did you know A Football Life is on Amazon Prime?
Yeah. Did I know what?
Does look like fun.
A Football Life is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on it.
Looks like fun.
America's Game.
I was kind of hoping you'd have a whole.
It does
Amazon
feel like
Prime.
if you want to watch everything these days, you need like about 2 or 3 different subscription
Yeah,
services.
Amazon Prime, Netflix.
What you
I
basically have
never
to
use
do.
my Netflix. I'm being just
Can you
cancelling.
get?
I'll be honest, I
Hulu
use
over here?
Netflix more than my Amazon these days.
I don't use either.
I quite like my Netflix. I binge all sorts through there, and through free, obviously, I've got the Go Binge system, so I can just Netflix.
I think it's because
all
I
day.
often buy
like it.
incredibly legitimate copies of.
Yeah,
You do
no,
buy a
that-
lot of legitimate copies of
The problem is we don't all have the storage
got-
necessary for all these the legitimate copies. I mean, I don't have nearly enough, hard bookcases
very
to
hard
store.
bookcases where I
all of
store
these.
my
really
things.
fast looking hard bookcases.
where I
Yeah.
keep all of my entirely legitimate
Blu-ray
evaluation
copies.
copies.
Yes, yes. We don't all have that level of storage available, so some of us have to rely on streaming
Sometimes
networks.
it's books or hardback books.
It's always the way.
It's all hard drive.
I'm trying to think of another pun
shelves.
to come up with, and sadly the cupboards are bare. So
No, we're instead of using the word
I'll just say
drive, we're
something
saying
like twat
bookshelf.
flaps instead.
Wow. Thank you, Paul. Beautiful.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Mr. Conti Butt
Back to the
Flaps,
studio.
how are you?
This is like twat flaps.
Yeah.
Word of the day from Paul, from our sponsor.
Ball sniffers.
How does one smith balls?
I was waiting for it. Paul, commit to your cause, get up in there. Come on.
I got close enough.
No,
I
you
got a
didn't.
good waft from there. So it's fine.
How can you be sure?
A good.
I'm not.
I
I'm going to
wondered
say
whether we
describe
should
it, and I
make
thought
it
better of it now.
Yeah.
I think we've.
I think we've gone.
We've come to the
We've gone a
natural
little off
end.
topic, Sam.
Yeah.
We've come to the natural end of
Can't
this.
go off topic.
topicness.
There wasn't a topic. Stop saying it.
Say that to Sam. He gets very twitchy around no topics.
He's loved no
I had to
topic.
show him some numbers earlier. He started spouting a load of shit about how no topic podcasts don't do very well. So I slapped him with my numbers dick.
Did right across my chops.
I'm going to challenge Sam to write as
My
a fucking
brain
podcast.
chops.
I would like him to
I've
actually
lost
put the
this
effort.
Scripted podcast, Jesus.
Not completely scripted, but I'd like to actually write a dictated, sensibly planned out. This is what we're going to talk. We're going
Hello,
to cover
Ed.
it off.
How are you today?
Not completely scripted, but because he's the kind of guy who either has the knowledge in his head already or the means to research something sensible. So we can actually go, this is a quick 20 minutes. Let's get it done. And actually cover it off with just the right amount of humour. With all his bad wit.
Bad wit.
Yep.
Bad wit.
Terrible humour.
Close to quit.
Oh. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
You'll be hearing from my
Mother?
screams. I was going to say you'll be hearing from my HR, but they're not my HR at all. They're everybody's HR.
Yeah.
And you should all use them. And
Like the world's HR.
The world's.
I love the idea that you can just like, I'm phoning HR on you, just like regardless of where you work. It's just like,
You always button your press, which
In theory, they should all
It's definitely on.
They should all be recorded.
It should be.
Not anymore though, because we'll leave.
We'll give it all
We'll
a
leave it
thank
there.
you.
And that means that we've got lots of things to talk about next time.
on the Off Topic Podcast.
So that's the name of it
Are we just going to call it Bullshit Cast?
Well, the last one was the product placement podcast, and it went
Bullshit
really
cast.
well.
Bullshit
It went
cast.
down really well. But this can be bullshit cast.
Has Royster's been on the blower?
We've not had a phone call.
You're a bunch of fucking bastards.
Oh, don't burn any
Do you know what?
bridges.
Fuck you, Roysters. I'm going to take my business
No.
to.
Don't we McCoy's?
I'm not going to riskily
Don't
show
burn-
my
don't burn any
but I would like to
bridges
point out,
just
Gold
yet.
Virginia,
Who's the
that-
who's the company that makes Space Raiders?
I don't know.
You're gonna go to that?
Space Raiders.
Incorporated.
The ball is in your court.
I'm just going to chuck out to my Golden Virginia one, actually.
Right.
Mr. Williams used you as a reward system in my office of late. And best present.
Can we
I've ever
do
got.
a whole podcast, Paul, on maize-based snacks?
Oh my god.
I reckon we could get
Maze-cast!
I reckon we can get a good hour and a half about our favourite maize-based snacks.
This is going to be
Oh
a
my
top
God,
10
That's
list.
an hour of Monster Munch alone.
A ranking system.
A ranking system that includes integers.
A
Fucking
mouthfeel
love maize-based
scale.
snacks.
Yeah, but basically for each
pie
item,
chart
so
and a graph.
A crunch impact
Size.
anometer.
We need
packet
to
variety,
compare,
flavour variations.
Monster Claus
Each one of those
versus
is going to have
Monster
to
Munch.
5
Right.
points.
Now,
Blind
I'm saying this
tasting.
Yeah,
now.
blind tasting Monster Munch versus Monster Claus.
One of them has to be crisp versus air.
Ratio, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much air is in the
Well,
bag?
Space Raiders are absolutely dogger for that.
No,
so.
massively so. But right, here's a proper test for you. Which own brand supermarket does the best cheese ball?
Oh, cheesy ball. This is a great idea.
You say...
You know an idea that starts out as a bad idea.
Do you know what?
I know what the best idea anyone's ever had.
I want to do a cheesy ball cast.
We did a knuckle cast.
Oh Jesus!
And Leanne banned snacking.
I love cheesy poofs, so...
because
I love it.
Yeah, what's it and the various.
I'm not going to bite onto that.
Oh,
I'm really not.
Leanne did ban snacks, and
it's just dawned on me that in the back of my car is at least one bag of cheesy maize-based snacks.
Oh, don't.
So join us next time, ladies and gentlemen, on MaizeCast.
Do you know what?
You're going to get
I
to
am
watch
so
these two
fucking up
eat
for that.
crisps.
Do quavers count?
No.
We'll find out.
No.
Quavers can suck a dick.
Quavers can suck a dick, but we spoiled it.
You've spoiled it. Nobody's going to tune in for MaizeCast now.
We know the
punchline.
ending. We ruined the
It's like
ending.
reading the last page of a book.
Everyone knows that quavers are dogger, though, so...
Yeah. I've not reinvented the wheel by saying that Quavers are the fucking single worst
End up
crisp in
being
the
the
world.
end
what
of
about
this is going to be
Skips?
what's it versus
I don't mind
Cheetos,
the
isn't
Skips.
it?
Oh, really?
Oh.
The pair of you can get the fuck out.
Go on, then,
Skips
what's the
aren't-
worst crisp then? Knobhead.
Yeah, not bad.
The worst crisp in general? Or?
Anything salt and vinegar flavour.
Fuck you absolute motherfucker.
Just listen to him in his face.
This guy.
Oh,
With his
Awful.
tattoos and his hair on his head. What a fucking wank stain. Fucking anything salt.
Oh,
and vinegar.
Andy.
I want to take you outside and I want to give you 5 of the best. Trousers down.
You was going to go...
Have you ever insulted anybody without saying it?
You seem to want to help yourself. Why do we lay into you, Paul? The answer is you can't stop yourself. Every time you
We can't do the amount of damage that he does to himself.
no. Oh, but seriously, we're doing MaizeCast, right?
Hands in for MaizeCast.
Yeah.
Come on, Ed.
Edward.
I don't eat enough to do this.
Really warm hands.
I know, because I'm fucking roasting.
The unenthusiastic
Oh, MaizeCast!
Just all the cheesy balls, man.
And that's before we even get in the crisps. What?
I'm pulling the plug.
Ladies, everyone.
Everybody should tune in next
Au
time.
revoir.
for MaizeCast.
MaizeCast.
Thanks and goodbyes. Who's waving?
So there you go. What do you think to that? Bit of a chat. I love a good chat, me. Love sitting around. I could do that all day, every day. Just get people together, like-minded people, different-minded people, and talk. That was the way it all started. So yeah, there you go. As always, YouTube subscribers or non-subscribers, subscribe, click for notifications, do all of that stuff. Pop a comment. Do the comment thing. Everybody should jump over to the Cookiecast.com, see what we've got going on there. Check in on the social media feed and send us some social media love. Drop us an email. Tell us how you're getting on. So yeah, tune in for more podcasts like this. Tell us if you like podcasts like this. Yeah. So until next time, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.